Okay, and we're live. So today I'm gonna be playing MegaMech. It's a open source, openly coded, open everything Battlemech simulator. You'll see. It's basically a whole bunch of. It's basically a whole system. It's a full-on. It's a thing. It's a thing. And I do have a bit of an issue with this game. It's that all the rules are, because this is all Battletech rules, it's all in the manual. It's all in different manuals. So I've been, for the past couple of days, I've been scouring Battletech manuals, looking at a whole bunch of rules and stuff. The problem is that's kind of expensive to do. It's a couple of $100 in manuals that you'd have to purchase to know all the rules. And also, there's a whole bunch of rules in the game. There's an Excel spreadsheet you have to look at for all the stuff behind the scenes. There's like 15 different documents about all the special stuff. So it's a bit annoying to know what the heck is going on with this game. So I thought I'd share what I've learned to help out both new players and maybe even experienced ones. And maybe I can learn a whole bunch of stuff along the way. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Anyway, so let's start the new campaign. I got some background music because that's why, because and let me just get the I have the campaign open, but you guys can't see it. Let's see. Hey, okay, there you go. You can see it now. So, we're gonna be playing as mercenaries. The game is made with mercenaries in mind. You can play as another faction. You can pick another faction, but you're gonna have to do a bit more work to make it work, basically. So let's go with the name of our unit. I'm thinking of yesterday when we fought the Knights of yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago during the Dragon's Gambit DLC. We fought the mercenary unit called the Knights of Saint Cameron. And I'm thinking we can go with the knightly order too. How about the Moon Knights? Because we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of. I think I'm proficient at doing night operations, so we're gonna be doing those. Next up, we have the unit rating method. It's basically the same. These two options are basically the same. They're different, but they're basically the same. You're gonna get the same rating for the same unit, just through different points systems and whatever. The date, I picked 3025. That way, as we play, I'd say it takes about a decade for your unit to be established. Before that, you're on a bit of shaky ground. So by the time we become established in the 3030s, we can get some Lost Tech, maybe, if we're lucky. Camo. Can we get like a cool color scheme? If I go somewhere down here? Oh, jeez. How about this? And unit icon, I'll take the Fangs, because why not? Okay. So we got our basic unit. All the names and all the. Oh, hey, an app. I mean, not an app, an ad.
Or just get YouTube.
It's in English. Usually I get my ads in French. Huh. Anyway. What was I? Oh, yeah. We did our basic appearance thingies. Now, it's time for the rules. So we have a whole bunch of tabs about a whole bunch of rules. They're basically, you can keep them as is for, I'm gonna first start with a new player in mind, in case you guys want to play this too. I'm gonna go over all the stuff and see what to change. So let's see. Repair and maintenance. So repair, when your mechs get damaged, you have to do repairs. This is gonna be a bit more complicated than in the, Battletech game, the Hairbrain Scheme game, or the Mech Warrior. You're gonna need parts, you're gonna need a tech, you're gonna need to do rolls, you're gonna need to do a whole bunch of stuff. Use error modification for repair rolls. Nah, it doesn't really mesh well with the maintenance. So, if you want to put it on, it's super customizable. If you want to, do it, but I don't recommend it. Place tech assigned to unit at the top of the list for repairs. That means when your units need to be maintained, so you're gonna assign somebody to do that. So that means that the guy who's gonna be maintaining it is also gonna be the one who repairs it. Makes sense. Go at the top. After repairs, reset to the technician at the top of the list. Yeah, sure. That way it's always going to be the same guy. Use quirk. That's a rule thingy. Mechs have quirks. You can turn it on or off if you want to. Proposed errata. Damage destroy aero systems parts by number of hits taken. Meh, don't know. Whatever. Damage destroy parts by margin of failure. So if you need a 5 and you roll a 2, it's gonna damage the part. If your part is super damaged, and it's 90% damaged, it's gonna destroy the part. Makes sense. Bad techs are gonna destroy your parts, good techs are gonna make it better. Equipment hit in combat survives on a roll of 10 or better. Sure, why not? Maintenance. Maintenance is at every month, basically. So here we can decide how long it takes. At every month, right now, there's going to be a maintenance check for every single part of your mech. And if the guy who does it fumbles it or has a bad roll on a couple of parts, they're going to degrade. As they degrade, they get harder to repair. As they get harder to repair, they get harder to maintain. As they get harder and harder and harder, it's basically like a big snowball. So if you have a bad tech on the mech, he's going to make it shittier and shittier and shittier until you just have to replace every single part because they're all bad. Especially if you keep this option on use quality modifiers in maintenance checks. So as they mess up the maintenance, they degrade the quality. They degrade the quality, it becomes harder and harder to maintain. I recommend you turn that off. That way, if you have a bad mech, a bad tech, they're gonna mess up the maintenance. But if you put a good tech on it, slowly they're gonna improve it. If you keep the quality modifier, it's just ruined. If your guy messes up, it's ruined. Just scrap it. Just scrap it. Reverse quality names. A is the best, F is the worst. Yes, because I don't know why in the 1980s they thought F was the best and A was the worst, but whatever. Only damaged parts that are already at worst quality. Yeah, so when they do maintenance checks, if they mess up a bad part, and it's at the worst quality possible, it's going to damage the part. And log maintenance rolls, whatever. I don't want to see those. It's going to be like a billion, midillion rolls. This is definitely something that I know this is a whole rule book, but you wouldn't be catching me doing that on tabletop. Having to roll for every single part of my mech, that would take forever. Ugh. Anyway, supplies and acquisition. So as I said, you actually need the parts for your mech before you repair them. So this is where you mess up with that. Acquisition, waiting period between the rolls, so you have to roll. If you mess up the roll, you don't get it. Only support personnel can make acquisition checks. Yeah, sure. Penalty for clean equipment. Yep. Maximum acquisition per day. Sure, whatever. So if you have 5 mechs who are damaged, and they all 5 of them need parts, it's gonna take about a week. To get all the parts for them. You can increase it or decrease it. 2 is fine. Basically, you don't want your mechs to be too damaged. Delivery time, that's, whatever, that's fine. It takes about maybe between 2 days. Between 2 days or a week for the parts to arrive, whatever. Planetary acquisition, that's in case you want to go super mega hard. You're gonna have your acquisitions based on the planet. So if you're in the periphery, you don't get any parts. If you're in the clan, you get all the parts. If you're in the, I don't know, some random place. If you're on that one planet in the Kurita space that has no technology, then you're good. You don't get anything. I'm gonna turn this off. Parts can come through shipping, whatever. Tech limits. So limit units by year, so it's makes sense. Disarming stick units, sure. Allow the persistence of clan parts, maybe not. In your sphere parts, sure. Only allow cannon units for purchase, yes. That way you don't get super mega fan-made or head cannon mechs to purchase. So I think you guys don't see the bottom. Yeah, okay, that was too big. It's too big to fit, but that's fine. At the bottom, it just says save or confirm or whatever. You don't need to see that. I only count cannon reviewants as refits. So when you do refits, you can make it custom, or if you turn this on, you can just make it canon. Maximum tech level, I'm gonna go with advanced, which means how this works is as time goes on. Let's say they event double heat sinks in 3030, or whenever they do that, 3039. It's gonna be experimental in 3039, advanced in 3030 and 3040 something, standard in the 3050s. So maximum tech level is what becomes available when. Variable tech level, so as the time goes on. So if you turn this off, right now we have we're in 3025. If you turn this off, all the tech is gonna be static. It's not gonna advance. So I'm gonna turn it on because I want tech to advance. Use faction intro dates. I don't know what that means. The campaign faction will be used to determine a part's intro into dates in cases where it differs. If using variable tech levels, the faction is also used to determine the tech level of a part of a unit. Uh, so if I don't know, use ammo by type, whatever. Personnel. I think I just left this. Oh wait, no, actually I've changed this a bit. Let's look at this. Ooh. So use tactic skills as commander initiative bonus. When you go into combat, you're gonna have a commander. He's gonna have a tactic skill. He's gonna give you a bonus to initiative. Easy. Use individual initiative bonus. No. Yeah, so that way, so this means the commander has the initiative bonus. This means every single person is gonna have to have a tactic skill to get the bonus. I prefer to have a commander who actually has skills. Use toughness, sure. Use artillery skill, sure. Special abilities, sure. Use edge, sure. That's a special mechanic. Your pilots have edge. When things go bad, they can use edge to re-roll rolls. Allow implants, sure. Use higher precision level skill averaging. Where quality is determined by 2 skills, attempt to average a number. Whatever. Use reassign instead of remove assign for logging. Personnel logging, a single reassignment instead of removal necessary. Okay, whatever. Use force names, whatever. Skill gain, no. Special ability, no. Hedge gain, nope. Extended info. Track time and service if you want to. Track time and rank if you want to. Total earnings if you want to. Whatever. Medical, sure. This is just medical stuff. You guys get injured. It says what injury it is. Prisoners, you get prisoners. There's babies if they are. They can defect if they want to. You can ransom them if you want to. Personnel randomization, whatever. Retirement. This is really important. This is what determines if your mercenaries are going to be regular human beings or treacherous defectory assholes, money grubbing, lazy, insane psychopaths. Basically, it determines how retirement works. So currently we have against the bot whatever. Use end year random retirement roll. So at every year, you have to do the roll for retirement. If you mess it up, they just retire. Whatever, it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of a contract, if their friends and families are here, if they have a baby in the company, they're just gonna leave. Use contract completion at the end of the contract. If you have a 1-month contract and you finish it, and the guy's been hired, it's been 6 days on the job, and you finish the contract, he's gonna do a roll and leave. Random founder retirement. When you first start the company, all your guys are founders, so they will not retire, except if you turn this on. Customize retirement roles, so you can manually change it because, duh. Unique fatigue. As you do hard contracts like raids or guerrilla warfare, your unit becomes fatigued. As you do easy contracts like garrison or security, your unit rests. Unfortunately, it doesn't say that anywhere apart from when you retire, so you don't get to track it. It's hard to do, but I'll explain it if I can. Family, sure. I'm gonna keep retirement on until it pisses me off, then I'll turn it off. You can just change these options mid-campaign, by the way. Dependence, whatever. Salary, whatever. Experience, whatever. Base salary, whatever. Marriage, sure. Can we have... I think I like to turn on random marriage. That way I don't have to manage all that stuff. Marriage names. Random marriage, I'll enable that. Sure. Random marriage, there's chances. Divorce, random divorce, sure. What's the rate of marriage versus divorce? Wait. 0.25, 0.010. So that's gonna be like half your marriage is gonna be divorces. Let's go with a fifth of the marriages are gonna be divorces. Like this. Yep. Okay. Death, they die when they do die, because people die. Multiple pregnancies occurs in whatever. Baby surname. Assign non-prisoner babies founder stack, so babies are gonna be founders, they won't retire. Assign children of founders founders tag. Yes. What's the difference between these two? Oh, in case you... Okay, so in case... This is for every single baby. This is for only the children of founders. Father at birth, whatever. True due date, whatever. Random procreation percentage, whatever. Okay, whatever. Divorce and marriages. Finances. We pay for parts. We don't pay for repairs. That's I pay salaries for that. Pay for new units. Pay for stuff. Pay for stuff. Pay for stuff. Pay. Sell. Pay. Loan. Percentage-based maintenance cost. Infantry don't count for contract pay. I want to try out doing a combined arms approach. I want to try to do a combined arms approach. So I want to use some infantry because I don't know how to use those. I mean, I don't know everything. I'm mostly a beginner, but I do know how to play the game somewhat. So we'll try out infantry. Use campaign operations, peacetime. I don't know. That's another rule book that I haven't read. Whatever. Use expanded parts, spare parts modifier. Hell no. Breakdown peacetime cost. Don't know. Financial duration annual. Sure. Price multiplier. Clan tech. How about you have a price multiplier? Because that would make sense. Since it's 3025. Use parts value, blah blah blah. Okay. Mercenary. This is how you manage your contract pay. Combat percent. 5% of your equipment is going to be your contract pay. 1% of your dropships is going to be contract pay. Dropships are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions. So, you know, if you have 50%, every contract is going to be worth half a dropship. If you have, 1%, it's just a big jump in money. Base contract payment on personal payroll. If you're an all-infantry company and you have 1,000 people in 5 companies, then you want to do that. Otherwise, you don't. Pay base battle loss on equipment sales value. So in battle, if you get your arm blown off, they'll base the value on the market value of on your arm. We pay salvage average in final payment. So if you have a percentage of salvage, if you go over that, you can pay the difference. I turned that on. Experience, that's how you get XP. Doesn't really matter. It's fine. Skills, it's fine. Special abilities, it's fine. Skill randomization, it's fine. Rank system, you want to be familiar with this. Let me just... I'll take the Stark Defense Force. You want to look specifically here. I keep messing around with the window, but you guys can see that if I change it. Okay. You want to look specifically at this officer tag here. So you know which of your ranks are officers. When you put somebody as an officer, they'll be the person in charge of the unit, so they'll have all their stats count for important stuff. They'll get a debuff to retirement. They'll get a whole bunch of stuff. So you want to know that your lieutenants, captains, majors, colonels, that's where you get all your officers. So the highest rank somebody can be without being an officer as a mech warrior is Master Sergeant or Warrant Officer. Good to know. That's important information. The rest doesn't matter. Name and portraits, it's fine. Markets, it's fine. Random assignments, whatever. This is how the game generates units. It's going to look at these rats, random assignment tables. It's going to look like some tables, roll some dices invisibly, and pick from the tables. You can, if you want, customize those. I don't care. And against the bot. That's the name of the campaign. That's how the bot is going to do stuff. So let's see. Use against the bot. Campaign rules. Sure. Skill level. You want to go ultra green. It's a bit like XCOM, where you want to be on the beginning difficulty or no difficulty at all. Or whatever. You want to be on the beginning difficulty. It's going to be really, really, really hard. That's why I'll take regular just so you guys can see. Let's see. Use share system. I'm going to turn this off. This is the only option. This is the only option you can't choose. You can't change midway through. What this does is your company is going to have shares. When you hire a guy, he's going to get a share. The more share he has, the less of a chance he has to retire. But if he does retire, he's gonna take your company's worth in value as his share. So, for example, if you just hired a green mech warrior, and he doesn't like it here and he retires, he'll have 1 share. So he'll retire, and you have to pay him out 1 share's worth of the company. If you have an elite super mega officer mech warrior and he retires, you're gonna have to pay him like 10% of your company's value. So it does help with avoiding retirements, but it's a giant money sink. Instead, right now, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have to pay out bonuses out the ass at the end of contracts to avoid people retirement. Anyway, Excludes large scraps from share value. That's why you don't. So if you do have shares and you have a drop ship, he's not going to take $10 bajillion as he retires. All personnel have shares. Okay, well, I mean, I turned it off, but, you know, you can have just mech warriors or you can have everybody. So if you hire a tech and you fire him afterwards, he's also going to take a share. Treat aerospace pilots like mech warriors for share purposes. Use leadership skill for share purposes for penalties on retirement. If you have a low leadership, people want to retire more. Track original unit. Use aerospace, so they exist. Use vehicles, so they exist. Clan up force use vehicles, so they exist. Double enemy vehicles, don't. Just don't do that. That's a bad idea. Top 4 lance type ratio. So 1 in 6 lances is gonna be mechs. 2 in 6 is gonna be mixed, and 3 in 6 is gonna be vehicles. So you're gonna be mostly fighting vehicles and rarely mechs. I'm just gonna change that to be equal. So you have a 50-50-50, a 50-50-50 chance of fighting any of these enemies. It means we're gonna see less vehicles lance and more mech lances. Enemies can use VTOLs, enemy aerospace. I just leave it off. The AI is not really good at using planes. And also, if you get to use planes, you have a giant advantage over them. Align enemy turrets infantry. I also turn it off. The enemy is not really good with those. It pretty much just clutters the battlefield. But I want to try those out today because I mean in this series, because I've never really I've only mostly done mechs. So I want to try out vehicles and infantry and aerospace and all that stuff. Adjust lance weight for player vehicles. What does that mean? Vehicles deployed by the player only count for half their weight. Yeah, so if you have 100 tons of vehicles, it's only going to count as 50 tons, which makes sense because the varied weight, because 50 tons of vehicle is not as good as 50 tons of a mech. Varied weight distribution by faction, so factions do different things. Player controlled ally units use player's camouflage, so you don't mix them up. All attached ally units are player control, that's no. Right now, you're going to get allies in your contracts, and you have to negotiate who has controls of your allies. Either it's going to be the employer or you. If you turn this on, it's always going to be you. Use dropships. Sometimes in missions, you have a dropship. That's basically what this does. I'll use weather conditions, I'll use light conditions, and I'll use planetary conditions. But if you're a new player, I don't recommend using planetary conditions. It's basically it's either a giant buff or a giant debuff on you and your enemies. If your enemy has bad skills, like actual they have, you know, they don't have good skills, their pilots are bad, they'll just break all their legs all the time. And if you have good pilots, you'll get super good buffs for good planets. But at the beginning, it's hard, so I don't recommend using those. Contract operations, contract search radius. This is important. 800 light years means you can basically go halfway across the inner sphere for a contract. That's good because if you can negotiate your transportation costs, you're gonna make all that money back. It's bad because you're gonna have to spend like half a year in voyage. So you can, I'm gonna leave it as is, but you can change it. Variable contract length, so they change, you know, there's the random. Merc company size limits. If your company is bigger than its rating, you get a debuff. I'll explain the rating later. A lot of things are affected by your unit's rating. Restrict parts by mission, so if you're in a guerrilla contract, you don't get any parts. If you're in a garrison contract, you get all the parts. As a new player, I don't recommend using this for your first couple of missions until you know what parts you need when. Then I'll suggest turning it on. You have to get a feel at what parts you need because it's not easy to say. Limit lands by weight. So we have a maximum of 390 tons, and we cannot deploy anything that's heavier. Limits lands by size, so we can't have bigger than 6 units or smaller than 3 units. Sure. Use commander strategy. So that's going to be the maximum number of lances we can have. That's going to be our commander. Base number of lands 3. And then for every rank of strategy, you get 1 extra. Adjust contract payment for deployment limits. So if you have bigger deployment, you can have bigger contracts. Intensity, that's how often there's battles. That's how often every fight, every stance has a chance of fighting. Generate chase missions, I'll generate them, but I'll cheese them. They're not exactly balanced or good, or they're not great. But I'll use them anyway so you guys can see. And this down there, used StratCon campaign rules. That's another book I haven't read, so I'm not going to turn it on, but... Oh, wait, you guys can see that. Well, there's an option down there that says StratCon campaign rules. You don't need to know about it. I don't need to know about it. It's another book I haven't read because there's a bajillion books. Ugh. I think we're done. Let me just confirm by reducing the window. There you go, you guys can see. So we're done. Confirm. Hello? Oh. Let me just get the screen. Bam. Okay. We're going to be looking at this interface a lot. This is where we... Oh my god. What happened? Oh. Those are planet names. All these planets' names changed for some reason. Must be a time thing. I don't know what the... I think the default time zone is 3045 because that's when the game always recommends you start. So I guess in 3045 all these planets are named this. Anyway, let me first drink some water because I'm gonna do more talking. Water time. Oh. Okay. So, as you might be noticing, this is kind of empty. Apart from the map, that's good. But everything else is pretty empty. That's because even though we've made the campaign, we haven't made the company. And for that, there's a neat little tool, I think it's here, called the Company Generator. Now, you can manually, if you turn on GM mode, you can manually create your own campaign. You go and, get a personnel, you customize them, you get the units you want, and all that stuff. I'll go randomize. So, Company Generator. Okay, and I'm gonna change this around a bit. This is the default that the game assumes you're gonna be using at the beginning. It's gonna generate a D rank company. The ranking is really important. It modifies a whole bunch of stuff, but for now we won't look at it. I want to start with not a company, not 3 lance per company, or whatever. I want to start with 1 lance and 4 battle mechs. This will use this generation method. We want support personnel. I don't want a mechanic. I don't want an aerospace tech, even though I'm going to be using aerospace and mechanics. I do want 1 doctor. I don't want 1 admin of every kind. I'll just have one guy. For you. So if you work 4 companies and like 50 people, well, it makes sense to have 4 guys in admin. But we're only going to be like 4 guys. 4 guys and 4 mechs. So having like 2 mechs, 2 mech techs plus 1 admin person. I'll make it admin logistics. That's about right. Can you? It doesn't reduce the number, but whatever. Full assistants. So your techs and your doctors have assistants. Yeah, and they're gonna be temporary guys that are just gonna be, every time you take a new contract, they're gonna hire a whole bunch of new guys. They're basically contractors. Doesn't really matter. They're invisible people behind the scenes. Generate captains. Let's create captains for every company after the first. So yeah, whatever. I'll do that myself. Assign commander flag. I'll do that myself. Actually, is it gonna assign the commander flag to the generated company commander? Okay, actually do that because it's gonna generate one anyway. Apply officer stat bonus to weaker skills. So officers, in theory, officers when they get created are supposed to have 1 bonus point in their skills. Assign it to their weaker skills. Assign best company commander. Yes. Protest commander, combat skill over command skill. No. Our commander should have better command skills because they're really, really important. Officers, I prefer to have good officers with combat skills. Command skills are pretty meh on officers. Assign most skill to primary lances. We only have 1 lance, so it doesn't matter. Assign ranks, I'll do that myself. Actually, no, do that. I can reassign it later. Assign founder flag. So, that's what I was talking about earlier. Founders, the 4 guys, we're gonna, the like 5 guys, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 guys that are gonna start with are all gonna be founders, which mean they will not retire. Which is important because you don't want them to die, basically. If you have a choice between a hired guy to die and a founder to die, you want the hired guy to die. Because founders will not retire, so... And the hired guy might retire. Randomize everything. Starting simulation, run a starting simulation of... What? This will simulate any enabled simulations for a duration of years. So it'll simulate... Nah, whatever. It'll just simulate marriages and babies. Actually, how about you simulate marriages and babies? Why not? Units? Sure. Whatever. Force naming method doesn't matter. They'll make their own force. I can change it later. Oh, this is important. This here, the force weight limits. This is what you need to remember these numbers by heart. These are the official in-game categorizations of weights forces. So a light lance is at max 130 tons. Any higher than that is going to be a medium lance. Even if you're at 135, you're going to be facing medium-sized enemy groups. If you're at 201, you're going to be facing heavy-sized enemy. So you want to really be close to this number and under it, if you can. Contracts, doesn't matter. Spares. Generate multiple spare units, nope. Spare parts, yes please, so I don't have to organize a whole bunch of spare parts. Finances, process finances, what does that mean? The company will always be left with a minimum of starting float, yes please. It will randomize it, cool. Debit, pay for stuff, sure. And all this stuff doesn't exist yet. Okay, so give me balance. Generate. So we got a whole bunch of people. We got 3 marriages. A Shadowhawk, a Griffin, another Shadowhawk, and a Jenner. And 36 million C-bills. That seems like a lot, but we're gonna be spending that. We'll be spending it. So okay, this is the most important. If I have anything that you guys are gonna be learning today, this is the most important part. This thing, the unit rating, is the #1 thing that changes your campaign. The higher, the better. A being good, F being bad. Pretty much everything in the game changes the better this is. You get better parts, availability, and even in contract, your mechs are going to be able to be repaired in maintenance facilities or factories when you're in the highest ranks. Your personnel will stay around longer, they won't want to defect. You're going to get better contracts, you're going to get more contracts, you're going to get better rewards, you're going to get... Your enemies are going to be demoralized, everything's going to be better if you have a high rank. And to get a high rank, there's a couple of meta to do that. So the game has a lot of behind-the-scenes invisible mechanics that I'm going to try to explain. But this one, the unit rating, is one of the best ones, the best explained ones, because you have this. This tells you every single thing that you can do to improve your company rating. So, having better skilled people, better rating. Having a better commander, better rating. Having good missions, that's the most important part. Missions, every good missions gives you 5 points, I think. So you want to do as many missions as possible, basically. Transportation, if you have a dropship, that's more points. Dropships are like hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions. Like, you want at least 200 million C-bills in the bank before you start getting dropships, because that's going to be their prices. Technology, if you have advanced units, you get more. Support, if you don't meet your support, you lose points. And if you're in debt, you lose points. So this is important. The most important thing. Let's go over our personnel and our mechs and stuff. So TONE, we have the Moon Knights, with inside of it Able Lance. So this is going to be our organization. This is our force, our lance. And this is the people that are inside of it. This is important. This is what the game looks at when it generates contracts. It's going to look at this, calculate the number of units, and take their value. So right now we have 16 million C-bill in value. This is the 5% that's going to determine the base contract pay. So we have all this stuff, people in here. This is what? This is 200 tons, so that's a medium lance. Actually, I think we can make... So I'm a bit skilled in exploiting the game's weather and light systems in the early game to get an advantage over the enemy. And one of the things you really want, this is a bit an advanced tip, but what you really want is mechs that can jump. The Shadowhawk can jump 3, that's pretty bad. The Griffin can jump 5, that's good. That's 3, that's bad. That's 5. Okay, so if I take out the worst Shadowhawk. Let me see. You have 72 armor. You have 152 armor. This guy, you're out. Get out of there. I'm gonna sell you off. Can I just purchase another one instead? Show mechs. Locust, Stinger, Griffin, Wolverine. Yeah. Wolverine would be pretty good. That's what? 5 million C-bills. Couple million C-bills. We replaced our Shadowhawk with a Wolverine. Okay, so now you can see how you manage mechs. So we just got a mech. This is all the quirks we got. The command mech. It gives better initiative. Extended torso twist. It can twist its torso more. Improve comms. Don't know what it does. Protect actuators. Don't know what that does. Don't know what that does. Don't know what that does. Cramped cockpit. Gives you a -1 on piloting skills. Oh, it's the bad variant. Damn it. I prefer the variant with the large laser. Okay, well, that's going to be a good opportunity to explore refits. But for now, what you do is you assign. So you have all these. That's a right click. You have all these options. We're going to assign a pilot. That was our Shadowhawk pilot. We're going to assign a tech. There's going to be the guy who has this one, the corporal. And we're going to assign it to a force. The able lance, add unit, mech, medium, Wolverine. So that's how you manage that. You staff your units, assign to a force, and then you can deploy it. I'm going to rename this. Let me change the name. Let's call it the Special Forces or Special Operations Lance. That way, maybe if we're lucky, our clients are gonna pay us more for this because of the good name. I'm not sure. Probably won't, but I like to think it does. I'm gonna make it so these guys are gonna be specialized in operating at nighttime, in bad weather, in high gravity, in low gravity. Everything to make it so that we have the advantage when we usually would be at a disadvantage. Because the AI doesn't usually do well. Usually everybody does badly at night, during the rain, in mud. I want these guys to do good in these parts, so we have a massive advantage over superior forces. And it'd be better if this was a light lance, but we'll manage that later. I think I want, if this is going to be a light lance, I want a Phoenix Hawk, because it's pretty much a light mech murderer. And a 30-ton, so we can get to the right on the... How many tons is the Jenner? 35. So if we shave off one mech, plus 5 tons, plus 10 tons for the Phoenix Hawk, that should be right on the 130 limit. We'll see. Briefing room, that's where you manage your contracts. You can manually do this if you want to, but I'm going to let the game generate contracts for me. That's the map. You can see all of the map, all of it. Every single thing in the map that possibly exists. Down there, there's the... Hey, the Directorate is here. The Taurians, I don't know, the Outwars Alliance, all the planets that are inside of it, the Nadir and Zenith for the jump points of the system. Anyway, personnel, that's where you manage your personnel. Right now you can see my mech warriors. I can see... Let me take a look at the people we have. We have 8 guys, 1 doctor. Can you get a portrait? Can I do that? Generate portrait. Portrait. I don't know. Can you just make it random? I think if I change your role, that should do it. Change role. Doctor. Nope, doesn't do it. Well, we're gonna have a faceless doctor. That's just spookier. Admin. Can you? Come on. Give me a portrait. Come on. Our admin person is gonna be important. You. There. Are you a girl? Yeah, okay. MekTech, have a portrait. We'll keep the doctor faceless for the spooks. Portrait. I am gonna have to say that one of the complaints I have with this game is the user experience is awful. It's awful. These tabs, the marketplace is good. It's somewhat intuitive. The files is fine. View. What the heck is this? Why? Just put this side. Just put it in the manage campaign or the reports or something. What? They will have to. User experience is bad. That's what I'm gonna say. Also awards. aren't given out automatically. Maybe there's an option for that, but I've always had to manually give out awards, which is kind of important because those are big boosts to XP and edge. Anyway, portrait. Pick something random there. Are you a girl? Yeah, nope, that's a guy. Is that a guy? I'm confused now. Portrait. There. This. Damn it. This. Okay. And doctor is gonna be faceless. MekTech. Portrait. Dude. Is that a dude? Damn it. No, that's a girl. Wait, I can just check here instead. Whoops. I didn't see that before. Go down here. That's enough. Good. Okay. Everybody has portraits for the doctor, for the spooks. We can manage here. Let's see. There are ranks. What am I looking at in terms of ranks? Combat. Lieutenant, Sergeant, Sergeant, Sergeant. Who's my commander? You. You have tactics +2. Good. Let me just make you the... Okay, well, technically... So how this is supposed to work is, once again, it's kind of like XCOM. The more people you have, the bigger the ranks there are. So first of all, for every 4-person, you get 1 more officer. And for every officer, you get... So right now we have lieutenants. Once we have a 2nd lieutenant, our commander should upgrade to captain. Once we have captains, we should upgrade to major. Once we have majors, we should upgrade to colonel. And once we have colonels, we have to upgrade to lieutenant general. I'm just going to go straight up to general so we don't ever mess around with that. You're the general of 8 guys. That's fine. And we have a couple of sergeants. They're not recruits. They're not privates. They're not corporals. They're sergeants. Master Sergeant is the biggest... Okay, it's a Ward Officer and Master Sergeant are the biggest non-officer ranks. In case you want to give them a promotion or something. That's the rank. Rank system, you can change it if you want to. Status, if you want to. Imprison, I don't know why you would do that. Unless, I don't know, if you don't want them to retire. So you're going to imprison them and ransom them instead. Actually, that's a good... Hey, I should do that instead. We hire people and before they retire, we imprison them. Award... You have to manually give out awards. You can see the requirements. So for example, Combat Cross for 12 kills in a scenario, which means in one combat encounter, he has 12 kills, which is, that'd be like if he wiped the entire team by himself. Or the Bronze Star for like 4 kills in a single scenario. Combat Action, so they can get their first edge point. Edge is going to be important. So we want, if possible, our first contract to be combat action, and also award. Also something defensive, so we can get this humanitarian service by helping out civilians. That would give us 3 edge points in total, which would be useful. Over here in support personnel, we have our 2 mech techs that are corporals, our doctor, and our admin guy. They're all green, which is pretty bad. One trick you guys want, the admin person, if you want to, you can give them 2 admin roles. So for example, right now we have logistics, also want transport, and we want to give them the skill negotiation, so they can negotiate a contract. Hello, sorry for you, if you want promotions for blah, 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 blah. Whatever. What was I? Oh yeah. So by giving them 2 ranks, logistics and transport, plus negotiation, they'll be able to negotiate contracts for you. So they'll be able to negotiate the transport fee, and the support fee or something. That's important. If you can, that's under hidden mechanics. You can negotiate the contracts. You just need negotiation points. If your general has negotiation points, I think you just get overall better contracts. So let me just do that. Commander, you're gonna want to have strategy. The more strategy you have, the more lances you can field. Right now we have 3. For every point we get 1 more. New skill, we want negotiation. I think the more points you have, the better contracts you have, flat out. I'm not sure, but you want that. We want leadership. For every 12 people in one category, you want 1 more leadership. So for example, if you have 100 soldiers, you want 5 leadership. If you have 30 mech warriors, you want 3 points in leadership. If you have, I don't know, uh, 50 aerospace pilots, you want like 4 points in leadership. So that's important. So our commander is going to be putting most of their skill points in these command skills, which means he's going to stay a veteran mech warrior for a long time and not really get that many other stuff done. So yeah, it's important that if you have a really good commander, you maybe don't want them to die in combat, but combat is the best way to get XP. Just being deployed and not doing anything in an encounter is already one free XP. Warehouse. Let's see, if that's where we get all our parts. We have some armor, SRM ammo. We have armor and ammo. That's good, but we do want some replacement parts for our mechs. So parts in use. We want to get some replacement AC5, a replacement foot actuators. Like give me 2 of those. Hand actuators, a couple replacement heat sinks. We're gonna be losing these parts in combat, so we want replacements. Contracts determine what parts are available to you. So if we get a raid contract, we won't be getting any parts pretty much. If we get a garrison contract, we get all the parts. So we don't want to overstock until we know what kind of contract we have. Give me a replacement LRM. Replacement LRM. We have already the ammo. You probably won't be replacing the center torso or the head. And if you do lose the center torso or the head, your pilot's probably dead. So even if you do have replacement parts, you probably won't have the pilot to replace it on the mech. So doesn't matter. You don't really need those replacement parts right out of the gate. I'll take one of every leg and torso and arm. Damn it, I took life support. I have to take that out. That's expensive for no reason. If you lose life support, doesn't matter. Your guy's probably dead because that's in the head. So he took a headshot. Clear. Looks like we have one. Oh, let me just check. I think my window just my duct taped window just had a parts break. Let me check. Yeah. Let me see if I can just fix that up real quick. I'm gonna need some more duct tape. It's fine for now. Okay, well, I'll have to get some duct tape. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, we have our campaign parts availability is pretty bad right now, but because our admin person is bad. So we'll get what parts we can, and if we're missing out on parts, we'll have to just salvage them out on our enemies. Okay, dog. The doggy wants help because he got spooked by the window. Go, doggy. Since our admin person is bad, we won't be getting many parts, which means I'm just gonna have to straight up salvage them if we can. So, fingers crossed. That's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad thing to happen. Anything else? Sensors are expensive, so we don't take those. Medium lasers, some replacements. A PPC, just one because expensive. One SRM2, one SRM4, one SRM6. Cockpit, just one. Gyro, just one. That's really expensive, but it happens to get shut out. And if you do lose the gyro, you might not lose the mech. So it's worthwhile to have one replacement at least. And some actuators. There should be a couple million down the drain, but we're gonna be needing these parts anyway. Okay. Okay. And the rest is impossible because my administrator is not good. Well, I'm gonna leave this here, and as soon as my administration gets better, we might get better parts. If we're lucky. Yep. We're slowly but surely making these rolls 2 parts at a time. Oh, Battlemaster variant defines new role. A new variant of the Battlemaster has been showcased to mixed reviews, replacing 80% of the primary weapons for various missile systems. The new configuration is more reliant on supplies that many dedicated assault mechs currently fielded. While this does allow commanders to direct the battle from longer ranges, critics are still unsure how it will fare on the battlefield. I don't know. Mechs are... Oh, wait, I can't actually leave those here because we're gonna get this red message every single day. Damn it. Maybe we're still finding parts. I might need to have a bigger list of. I mean, 2 parts at a time is. It's been what, 2 weeks, and we haven't gone through the entire list. I might need more administrators. We'll see. Anyway, all this stuff we won't ever get at this rate, so let's just strike it from the record. Let me take a save and look at our available contracts. Contract. We got 2 of them. They're 2 raids, so we're gonna be suffering from supply problems in those 2. And because they're raids, we probably won't be scavenging much because most raid mission types don't allow you to salvage the battlefield. Let's see. We have something that's half an sphere away in the chain cluster for 3 months. We want a really short mission. Okay, 1 month. I think it's veterans. Full house support, 45% transport terms. That's pretty bad. But we can't even negotiate. Salvage right, we don't get any salvage. We're gonna lose money because the transport is way too expensive. Oh, hello, Red. Hello. We're currently looking at some spreadsheets. Okay, so what I would usually recommend is you just wait the next month for new contracts to show up. But we kind of really need to start on the right foot. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with GM mode and generate a couple of contracts so we can pick a good one. Usually, it's a good thing that you have to wait between contracts because what's going to happen is you're going to be, as you wait between contracts, your unit fatigue is going to go down because it's going to count as your unit, as your company resting. But we are currently at full rest and really need a contract to start off. Because I've been doing too much speaking, I want to do some fighting. So it's pretty much all raids. Can we have something that covers our transport? Okay, so let me just cross everything that doesn't cover transport because that's gonna be bankrupting us if we don't have transport covered. And also right now that's where most of our money is. We get most of our money from the transport fees, not our current force being deployed. Remove. Yeah, transport fees, remove. Nope. Yes, and nope. So recount rate, only 1 month. Okay, this one doesn't really cover much. This guy. 1 month, 10 jumps away. 50% salvage, 60% support, no loss compensation. I think that's doable. I think we can do this mission. It says here we're gonna make we're gonna have 100,000 C-bills in profit, but we can cheese it a bit and hopefully get some salvage to up this value of monies. 10 jumps is what? That's about 4 months away. The start date is the day you arrive if you were to jump from now. We're gonna have facing regular enemies and have regular allies. What's our force? We're regular. Okay, so they're gonna be about on par with us, which is pretty bad. The AI has a tendency to generate forces that are way bigger than your own. So what you want is to have elite pilots fighting green enemies, in the best of cases. But we'll have to make do. We might even lose this contract, but we'll see. Let me check out the other ones just before I pick this one. Objective rate for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. They don't really pay as good. 3 months. The salvage is not as good. Okay, I think we got the perfect contract to start with. Good salvage rights, 50% is pretty high. That's about average. I'd say you about expect. So the better, once again, the better your unit rating, the better your contracts are gonna be. But this is about right. They pay quite big. I mean, yes, but that's all transport fees. It's all transport fees. Look at that. 6 million C-bills. 6 million C-bills in transport fees. So what we have to do is we have to do the best possible to reduce our actual transport fees. Yeah. So that's how contracts work is this base pay here, that's 5% of my combat value. So my mechs are currently worth like 16 million, 5% of it, about 1 million. Overhead, we don't pay much overhead. Straight support, that's our salaries. We have like 8 guys, so we don't have much in terms of salary. Transportation, 2-way. It's gonna be about 3 million to go 1 way. So if we go there, do the contract, and then pick another contract with 100% transportation terms, we will be making 3 million. But we can make even more by cheesing the transport systems. And there's the MRB fee. You lose 5% just because. And also, if you had the share system, you'd have another tab here with shares. You can pick between 20% and 50%. For every 10% over 20%, you get a plus to your retirement role, so your guys stick around. But in exchange, you pay 50% of your contract money to your guys. So it's a huge money sink for your people to stick around. Anyway, we're gonna pick this contract and we're gonna cheese the system. How transport works is it's not explained anywhere, except in like one document hidden in amongst the 10 other documents, plus a manual you have to purchase. Expensive drop and transport fees. Yeah, but we'll cheese it. We'll cheese those fees, baby. We'll cheese them. Here's how that works. It's not explained anywhere, but if you look here, transport capacity. Oh wait, no, not here. Cargo capacity? No. Unit rating? Okay, here. The game looks at this and it says, okay, you have 5 mechs plus 100 ton of cargo to transport. What I'm gonna do, the game in its head, behind the scenes, invisible, is gonna rent out a Leopard for 4 mechs plus a cargo ship for 100 tons. So you're gonna be renting out 2 ships to travel. What you can do is, first we're gonna pick the route. Briefing, we're going to Kamal, somewhere down there. So there's gonna be 10 jumps, 3 million in C-bills fees. Begin transit. And now, so that right now the game, what it's done is it's rented out 2 ships. A Leopard for the 4 mechs, plus a cargo thingy for the other mechs. The Leopard is expensive, the cargo ships are not that expensive to rent out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the hangar, and we're gonna mothball all of our mechs. This pretty much takes it apart and puts it in boxes. And because they're gonna be in boxes, instead of being in a mech bay, they can be inside of a box bay, a cargo bay. Which means the game won't rent out 2 ships, it'll rent out 1 ship. The cheaper ship. So we should be cutting down our transport fees by a whole bunch. So the boys are gonna start mothballing. It should take a couple of days. We're gonna see our cargo go up a whole like 200, 300 tons because it's gonna go up 200 tons because that's how many tons of mechs we have. Give it some days. Oh, Battletech defeated by lone hover tank in test runs. I do want to go combine arms today. Well, today. Let's see. Lewis Incorporated has recently released test footage of their new product dubbed the Savannah Master. This footage shows a lone sample hover tank disabling a light battle mech. Several prominent mech warriors have already stated that this is less of an indication of efficiency and more of a flaw in their choice of test pilot. The Savannah Master is equipped with a single medium lasers, but has a top speed of excess of 200 km per hour, making it one of the fastest ground vehicles ever manufactured. This speed, coupled with a fusion engine and energy weapon, ensures that this vehicle can spend several days in the field with only driver fatigue as an issue. Several corporations are reportedly interested in purchasing the new vehicle for quick response security forces. Okay, so vehicles, we'll see once we start fighting, but vehicles are both good and awful. They're cheap. They can be a lot of tons for cheap. And they can be really good if you have good vehicles, but hover vehicles are awful. They're weak because they can't have as many tons of armor or anything. Fast deploys. Yes, but you're gonna fast deploy 1 laser. You're gonna really spend. Do we have that? Unit. Show vehicles. Do we have a 7M Master here? Rhino, Manticore, Artillery. I want to test out Artillery to see how it works out. A Manticore heavy tank. So for example, here we have a 60-ton tank for 2 million C-bills. If I go over to the mechs, a 60-ton mech, like this Crusader, that's 6 million C-bills. So we can get a lot of tonnage for cheap by using vehicles. But I'm not really good at using them. And also, they're kind of really, really easy to lose. Like, your guys are going to get killed all the time. So we're going to lose some mech warriors. It's going to happen. But we're definitely going to lose some vehicle crews because these guys get killed all the time. And also my infantry guys, they're gonna get murdered. They're going to get murked. Especially because I don't know how to use them effectively, so, you know. Anyway. So we just mothballed 100 tons worth of mechs. We've mothballed all of the mechs. We're not a D-rated unit, but it doesn't matter. We already took the contract. They already paid us. And now if we go for the jump path, it's not going to be 3 million, it's going to be 1 million. So we just made 5 million in transport fees. Boop. Use vehicles all the time. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's life. Java. Yay. Also, hello. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So we just cheese the system by renting out. It doesn't, you know, the game does it automatically, which is good because the game doesn't do many things automatically. So it automatically rents out chips, and we just cheesed it so they don't have to rent out too many ships. Which is good because we get paid. We already got paid for the transport fees. But before we get to the planet, we want to unmothballs all of our mechs. Let's see, it's gonna be distance to jump point. 17 days. Okay, so we have 17 days to redeploy our force. It only takes like 2 days, so we'll be fine. Personnel, I want to hire some more people. An aerospace pilot. Ultra green. That's both bad and good. We want a... I've played around a bit with aerospace. And basically what you want is a really, really good pilot. If you have a bad pilot, they're gonna crash and die every single time, every battle. You're gonna lose millions in dollars. If he's good, he's gonna be murdering mechs and vehicles all across the map at light speed. They would be unhittable and amazing. So we could train him up, but I'd rather have somebody who's really good, who has a special skill called natural aptitude piloting. So they get better at piloting. You're really impressed with my skill to just talk with myself? I'm just trying to explain the game. I'm doing my best, really. Anyway, so I know the rules for this aerospace plane stuff. I don't know the rules for vehicles that much, or I don't know anything about infantry. So I think our first hire should be in a platoon or something. Enjoy the game and stream. Gonna get some reading before you sleep. Have a good day. Okay. Good read. Good luck. Let me drink some water because I'm thirsty from all the speaking. Okay. So let's go and get to our contract. It'll take a couple of months. We'll see if we can get some... We have 36 million in the bank. These millions, they don't really do us any good. We want to spend them and increase our forces. If we could have a force that would be worth... let's see. What? Oh wait, everything's mothball. If we could have a force that was worth 50 million C-bill, that'd be just better in our contract pay. And take a cushion of like a couple million. When you play MekHQ 5, you really mean it. You try to, but it's not easy to keep talking. I just pretty much say what's on top of my head, I guess. I'm not sure why I'm good at that. Maybe it's because I think a lot, so when I say what I'm thinking, I just say a lot. It's a new month, so we have our pay, 17,000, 18,000, that's pretty low. I've seen as high as 1 million in pay when you have, you know, like 500 guys. You have 10 platoons of 20 guys, that's 200 people, plus all the dependents, plus all the techs, plus all the vehicle people, plus a whole bunch of people. You can easily rack up a whole bunch of money in pay. Especially if they're all... Like right now my guys are regular skill. If they get up all the way up to elite skill, that should be double or triple our pay. Which is not that much, really. It's not that much. Damn it, my window broke again. I really gotta get some better duct tape. Nah, doggy, calm down. It's just my window. The duct tape is done. Can I get some, let's see, can you stick better, window? Okay. It's gonna fall down again, probably. I'll get duct tape after the stream. Right now, because I have a small-ish window, so to fit the AC in there, we had to cut. My brother's a professional window person for construction sites. So he got some glass panels, and we kind of duct taped it to the window frame. So I have a big hole for the AC, some duct tape, and a couple of glass panels. And one of the panels is it keeps falling off because it doesn't have enough duct tape. Anyway, it's fine. We have new units. Can I buy a light mech? Wolverines. Ooh, a Highlander. I mean, I would like to do it, but I can't have anybody who really. I don't want to put a mediocre green pilot in there because they're gonna just they're gonna fall down, hit their head and die. Mechs and this. So this is using the Battle Mechs tabletop rules. And using these rules, mechs are both extremely tough and extremely fragile. They can blow up, have their ammo explode, and be reduced to a smoking crater, or be indestructible behemoths. Depends mostly on the pilot. If you have a bad pilot, if they take a fall because they slipped on some ice, and they're gonna keep falling down as they try to get up, they might just blow themselves up by falling on their head repeatedly and dying. So, pilot quality is really important. Also, we could, if we want to, look at more contracts, but I don't wanna. Let me get a tank. I want to test out the tank rules, and now's the time to learn. Artillery, a hover tank, no, a heavy tank. A flamer, LRM-10, SRM-6, AC-20, that's pretty heavy. 75 tons. A whole bunch of ammo. Sure, let's use him as our first tank. A heavy tank. Seems to have good armor. Here's our tank. I'll hire the crew. What you really want is to personally, hand pick a good crew. But what I'm going to do instead is go to hire minimal complement. So they hired, they hired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. They're all the tank crew. They'll be inside this tab. Let's see. Vehicle crew. It's these guys. We have 4 gunners plus a driver. The elite gunner here, he has, specialization energy. Well, that's bad. You don't have any energy. Whatever. You'll be the guy in charge. You're the sergeant. He's in charge of the vehicle. He'll be the guy I look to for stuff. Also, I feel like if I go to my campaign options, I feel like you guys should have some campaign. Where's my campaign options? I feel like you guys should have some portraits. Campaign options. Rank portrait generation. Please generate portraits for every role, but sure, every role. And assign a portrait on role change. All roles but dependents. And no roles. Confirm. So now if I change your role to soldier, battle armor. Ooh! He can put on battle armor. Too bad that doesn't exist yet, I think. I don't think we can get battle armor yet. But he has the skills for it if we ever discover it. Somehow. Are you the driver? You're the driver. Okay, I think they should all have gotten some portraits now. You're the gunner. On charge. Change role. Gunner. Change role. Gunner. Change role. Gunner. Okay. The image of the mech landing and the pilot just hitting his head. It's gonna happen. And just being knocked out. He might just die. He might just straight up die. It's gonna happen. You're gonna see it happen. My guys, how are my guys? I think they're not green. Let's see, Mech Warrior. You're okay. You're okay. You're pretty bad. And you're pretty bad. So these 2 guys, I think they're inside the Shadowhawk. No, he's inside the Marauder, and you're inside the Griffin. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. I swear. They're gonna fall, hit their head, and die. Anyway, and then with the tank, I'm gonna make a new force. It's gonna be called, let's go with first vehicle. How do you say that? How do you spell that? Vehicle. Tank division. How about that? Tank division. Well, we can just change the icon so it's easy to spot. Can I get a tank? Tank. No, that's our anti-tank. No, this is the tank, not the anti-tank. Are there no tanks? Aerospace? We'll also have an aerospace division, but not now. Oh, I think I saw that. Okay, heavy tank. Oh, you're gonna be, I guess, a team. I want 2 or 3 tanks, not that many. have a frame. There. Boom. Tank division. Put the tank in it. Or a heavy tank. It says 75 ton, but the game, if we ever have a team of just vehicles and it reaches like 200 tons, it's gonna count half the weight. Vehicles count for half the weight. So it'll be a 100 ton lance, which means the enemies will generate light enemy resistance. Anyway, that's that. Oh shit. Oops, we need a mechanic. Let me just quickly hire one. Usually what you would do is go here and find a mechanic. But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to bulk hire you. So what you do is, in theory, this menu here, these things, this hire menu, that's only to generate your company. Only to generate the company. But I did say hire minimal complement. You know, I pressed the button to hire the minimal complement. So we should also have a mechanic that comes with us. So I'll also just hire bulk hire. So if you go for this hire, it's going to be medium to veteran quality. If you go for bulk hire, it's going to be a green or worse quality. I'm going to go for the worst quality. So you see what a bad person looks like. One mechanic. You go ahead. Is green. You go ahead and mothball the tank so we don't have to pay for its transport. Okie dokie. We have Alexander Pochnetsky. Pochnetik. Hello. He has 1 point. So 10. I think 10. 10 is the worst. You need to roll a 10 on 2d6 to succeed in your task. He's at 8. So he needs to roll 2d6s and get an 8 or more to succeed. So that's pretty... That's like a 30% chance to succeed. So he's going to be breaking parts all the time. Speaking of parts... Oh, we have no parts. Okay, well... Because I'm in a raid contract, we don't get any parts. So I better not mess up anything with the tank. Old Scout gets new variant. Coventry Metalworks has begun producing a new variant of the venerable Commando Light Mech. Hey! This new loadout incorporates a second 6-pack of short-range missiles and a flamer. I replaced the arm-mounted 4-pack. While this new loadout has significant offensive capabilities for a 25-ton mech, it also reduced the armor by a ton, making the mech that much more vulnerable. So it can punch, but it can't take it. Hey, we're on New Earth. Where is that? New Earth, right next to right next to no. Oh, why is this New Earth and this is Terra? Did they change the name of Earth to Terra, but they forgot to change New Earth? Ah, there's history. Originally known as Tau Ceti 4, the first inhabitable world seen by human eyes beyond the Terran solar system. Discovered the Pathfinder, were quickly to rename it New Earth when they arrived in orbit in 2108. That was really the first. I think 2107 was the first jump. Offering almost everything found on Terra herself, from abundant water supply to deep mineral, chemical, and metal ore deposits, eager colonists and corporate entities flock to this new world. It comes as no surprise then, by the peak of the Star League era, New Earth was one of the most heavily industrialized and developed planets in the Terran hegemony. 5 major SLDF contractors set up their headquarters on New Earth. All the continents exist. That's a lot of lore. Castle Bryans, those are the really big fortresses from the Star League era. During the Amaris crisis, the college, most of the Castle Bryan, and all of the major factories enclosed to half the populations were destroyed by Amaris troops using every means available when it became clear they could not hold the planet. The world's gutted infrastructure and war-ravaged environment left the survivors shocked and demoralized, victims of widespread famine and disease, particularly the virulent New Earth pox. The centuries of decline that followed, despite being under the banner of the wealthy Lyran state, did little to help pull the world out of ruins. Only the, I don't know who that is, in New Earth tiered sea people remained through it all, a last vestige of the once mighty Star League. Headquartered in Meredith on Neo-Asia, the NETC retained its status as a premier transport and trade facilitator until the word of Blake Jihad. So we've seen in MechWarrior 5 the Succession War era, all the way to the 4th Succession War. What happens next in the 3050s is the Clan Invasion, which we might play until that time. I'm not sure. We'll see how long I'll play this game in the 3050s. And then after that, in like the 3060s, there's a second Star League that gets formed to kick the clan's teeth. Then in 3070s or something, Comstar goes crazy and does a jihad. Then there's a Dark Age, and then it's the stuff that happens nowadays, which I haven't caught up to anything past the Succession Wars. I don't even know that much about the Clan Invasion, so too bad. Anyway, so New Earth they forgot to rename it to New Terra. That's what I just learned. And somebody just got married. Hey. a dependent, which I didn't even know we had one, got married to our vehicle driver. Huh. Now, I would flag them as founders because what happens is once they get married and they start having kids, their kids gonna be founders, which means they won't, they won't retire. They won't just take a whole bunch of money and leave. Which would mean technically that I would also get these guys to stay here. But I'm gonna turn off the retirement system once it pisses me off, so we don't have to do that anyway. We are, I think we're like halfway done. Got a couple more jumps before we arrive. Not much to do. Just chilling. Personnel, there's a foot platoon with machine guns. I would hire them, but that will like triple our salary pays. I want to test out infantry, but not now. Not before we have a couple of contracts under our belt, so we can afford to have more people, quadruple the people. Actually, I can't even if I wanted to, I can't because my commander doesn't even have the leadership for that. And never mind. Advanced day. Can I get a spacecraft? A Lucifer with a whole bunch of lasers. A Thunderbird. Having some air support could really be the difference between... Well, but we need a good pilot. Before we get a spacecraft, we should get a good pilot. Hey, more marriages. The gunner married a MekTech. Well, he's a founder. Yep, he's a founder, so I'll make her the gunner, the veteran gunner, another founder, so they don't leave. Unless they divorce, in which case I'll unflag it. Hey, Lumberjack. What am I working on? It's an Excel spreadsheet, but with mechs. I'm managing a mercenary company, in case you couldn't tell, with all these tables and financial reports and spooky doctors. I like to think of this game like the original XCOM game, except with a worse UI and user experience and better combat. Anyway, let's hurry up to our destination. I'm gonna use a new tool called the Advanced Multiple Days tools. It says what it does. It does what it says. Advanced Multiple Days. Boop. We're gonna go 1 week at a time. Personnel market. A green. I want to hire an elite aerospace pilot. So nope. We can train people, but we'd have to buy an extra plane and some extra mechs to, some training mechs to train people with. Speaking of training mechs, nope. I'm gonna be on the lookout for a good light mech for our special ops lance, and we won't be looking for extra contracts. We already have one. So contracts. Usually, what you do is you play one contract at a time, but there's a special rule. If you're in a garrison contract, which can last, these garrison contracts, they can last 2-3 years. Or a regular mechanic. Well, we already have our mechanic, so that's fine. Though he's a bit late. If you have a garrison contract that lasts a couple of years, you can take a sub-contract, which sometimes pops up in the contract screen. We might do that once we, get there at some point. Ooh, a javelin. That's a 30-tonner. If we have a javelin, a wolverine, and a phoenix hawk, that's gonna count as a light mech lance. They can all jump, which means they have at nighttime people don't move around too much, so jumping is really important. I think I might take that. The thing is, because I have retirement on and not the share system turned on, the mech warriors who have their own mech. So for example, if I hire this mech warrior, they're gonna come with their own mech, the javelin, and I cannot reassign them to another mech, another smaller mech, or just another mech without doing a retirement roll. If we reassign them somewhere else or give their mech to somebody else, they might get pissed off and leave, or you throw a hissy fit axe for a bonus or something. Which is why I don't like the retirement system. It makes people into treasonous. It makes people into the worst kind of mercenaries that are money obsessed, lazy, traitorous assholes that don't care about anything. It makes them into rimworld colonists. It makes them into dwarves from Dwarf Fortress. But we'll play with it for now. We'll play with it. You're hired. So my special forces lance, special operation. We're gonna have 2 lances, one for reinforcements with bigger mechs, and one for scouting. because that's what our contract is going to be mostly made of. Let's call it the first lance. The first lance, where all the big mechs are going to go. Special ops. Oh wait, all my mechs are already mothballed. So the Javelin, the Wolverine, plus a Phoenix Hawk at some point. Together they do 130 tons. This is the Javelin that has SRMs. Yeah. The Special Ops team is going to be doing night operations. Night operations, yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Let's keep it a surprise. Let's keep it a surprise. Let's mothball it. We can manage it later. We'll try to avoid reassigning the Mech Warrior, otherwise they're going to throw a hissy fit. Let me just give him a rank. Hey, you have your own. Let's go. You can be a corporal. You have your own mech. You're the corporal of the mech, or something. Anybody else? A Mech Warrior that's green. Another thing about the unit rating. It's another hidden mechanic that isn't explained anywhere except in like the Excel spreadsheet that's inside the game's file. But people, once again, with the retirement, people who... Oh, wait. What was that? Oh, I didn't read that. What was that? You guys see that? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, too bad. Oh, it was the new month. Okay, whatever. There's new units. Any Phoenix Hawks? Hey, Phoenix Hawks. I'll take this one. How many? We have 2 million, 28 million, so we can afford that. That's a command mech, so our light lance is gonna have their own command mech. Yeah, okay, purchased. And my first lance could maybe use... Now we have more mechs than we have pilots, so we're gonna be looking out to hire an extra pilot. Actually, we have one guy. Wasn't there? No, he's gone. Oh well. I can make now a special ops lance with people who can all jump really far or speedy, which is going to be useful. That's all this stuff is knowledge I've gathered after doing a whole bunch of contracts. Right? Oh, we're at elite experience. Who's assigned? Why do you call that? Why are we elite? Who's elite? Who's elite? Personnel, a mech warrior with a fire starter. Meh. They're good anti-infantry if you play with those. Oh, new battle mech astonishes crowd in CCAF parade. Is it the Hatchetman? Oh no, wait. The Captain Confederation military once again proves its superiority over the other successor states. With the development of an entirely new battle mech, the Cataphract will crush the enemies of the Chancellor and help in returning the seat of the Star League to its destined owner. The people of the Confederation will claim what is rightfully theirs. So now the Cataphract exists. In a couple of years, we'll be able to buy it. Right now, it's new, so it's going to be experimental tech. A couple of years, it'll go down to advanced or standard technology. So it'll show up on the markets. Or, I think if we fight against the Capellans, we might be able to salvage it. I'm not sure about that. I've mostly played off-stream... Okay, I need an extra mech warrior. You're hired. I've mostly played off-stream during the 3000s, deep in the Succession Wars, where there was no new technology. So I'm not exactly sure how new technology works out. But we'll see. We'll see. We're slowly expanding. I'm gonna need another mech tech, too. Oh, they got married. Hey! You got married, too. Our mechanic. Okay. Cool. Hope you don't retire and abandon each other. A regular doctor. I'm good. Are we there yet? I think we're here yet. Oh, I think we made it. Hey, we made it. Okay, let's quickly deploy Lance. So this is the contract screen. Because this is a recon raid contract, they want us to have a Lance in the scout position. You can have 4 positions: fight, defend, scout, training. The 4 positions generate... Every week, there's a chance these positions generate a mission, aka combat. Fight is 40% chance, defend is 20%, training is 10%, and scout is 60%. So people in the scout position are going to be facing... First of all, it's going to be mainly weird and exotic mission types. It's not going to be straight up brawl. It's going to be like run away or chase down the enemy or go to a location and get a thing or that kind of stuff. Which means big, heavy mechs aren't exactly the thing you want here. You want nimble mechs. And because because I've been doing mostly recon raids or raid types contracts off stream, so I've gotten pretty good. I got pretty good at those. What you want is not only mechs that are fast and agile, you also want mechs that can be operated. Oh damn it, we're gonna be. Can you also activate the tank? Okay, okay. So what was about to happen is I couldn't field a lance fast enough for the first day. So we were about to be in contract breach, which means there's a chance whenever you get a contract breach, I think it's a 1 in 6 chance that you lose the contract, and once you lose the contract for contract breach, you have another 1 in 6 chance of being just, getting a big penalty or something. Anyway, let me just first assign all these units here so we can field. Javelin goes here. The tank goes here. Just quickly so we can field some people for the contract. Phoenix Hawk. I have our new pilot, the Corporal. You're going here. Go, 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 go. And you guys are going on Scout. Boom! So, once a week, 60% chance that they have a fight. And it's going to be a weird, strange mission type. Anyway. Let's also activate the rest, and we'll manage our forces better tomorrow. You guys go and work on that. Also, I want... Okay. Where are my mech techs? I want the best mech tech we have to maintain the mechs. So we have a regular you. You're going to be a sergeant. And the sergeant is going to be maintaining add tech. Sergeant, you're going to be maintaining all the mechs here, plus all the mechs here. And we are going to be on the lookout for more mechs, more mech techs. Okay, well, I guess the green guy can be on these guys. Why not? Let me change the icon. Change icon. Have some borders. Have you're gonna be a lance. Boop. You're gonna be eventually they're gonna be heavy mechs, but for now, we don't have those. Boop. And have some cutter. Banshee schmanshee cutters. Boom. Anyway, let's skip a day. Personnel market. A doctor. I already looked at that. They're on mothballing, and everything's activated. So we have all our mechs activated. They're all in. Oh wait, Jesus Christ! They're all in this special ops lance. Okay. The tank can be its own thingy. We're gonna be technically deploying the tank. Only in certain mission am I gonna use the tank. I think I'm gonna use it in straight up fights. You go here. You go here. You go here. So we have these guys for special weird missions. They can move fast, they can jump. These guys for straight up brawls. They have big guns, big firepower, and the Shadowhawk exists. He's there. And plus the tank. There are... Okay, so the game doesn't actually keep track of that, but there's supposed to be special rules for when you can actually deploy your forces on certain missions. I just do whatever I want. I don't care. I do not care. Advance. Oh wait, I have unmaintained units. Damn it. Who is it? The tank? Mechanic. Do your thing. Let me save in case everything explodes. Save. And it is the new month. So we got paid 5 million monies. Yay. Our salaries are now 30,000 because we pretty much doubled our capacity. People got XP. We got a bonus event, a civilian APC. APC, if we had an infantry battalion, we could assign it to the APC and make it a motorized infantry. But I don't have those, so I just sell it for... Actually, maybe we could salvage it for parts. Let me do that instead. Salvage. And we're here in the repair screen. So this is the repair screen. This is where we're going to be doing a whole bunch of the repairs after the fights. How this works is, we assign a tech. The tech has a number of minutes. That's, by default, they have 480 minutes, which is about 8 hours. They have 8 hours of work per day, minus the time they spend on maintenance. So this guy is maintaining the tank, so he's losing about 75 minutes per day. If we can allow overtime, so they spend more time on mechs, or we can give the orders, we can make them rush jobs, so they take less time, but they're going to be harder to do. These guys are green pilots, so I'm expecting him to mess up every single job he's gonna do. But when they mess up jobs, they get XP. So I'm hoping by salvaging and messing up all of these components, he's gonna get some XP. Let's see. He got the armor, he didn't get the stabilizer, and he broke the stabilizer. He got the armor, got the stabilizer, got the armor, broke the other stabilizer, got the armor, and he's out of time. So we have 2 broken stabilizers. That's about right. And we can buy new units if I want to. We should be on the lookout for medium and heavy mechs because I want to up our tonnage a bit. As long as we have money in the bank, I'm gonna keep 10 million C-bills in case we, you know, lose all of our mechs. But I want to spend as much money as we can right now. So our next contract is gonna be a Demolisher tank. Or a MekHQ tank. I have built up enough the MekHQ than the heavy tank we have, but the Demolisher, 2 AC-20s, that could be really good. Do I know how many crew this uses? I can only have 12 guys, and we already have 3 guys in one tank. We have like 5, 7 guys in one tank. I'll get it. I'll get it. Demolisher, that's the best I can ask for, isn't it? Defensive. Whatever that means. APC, you're being salvaged. Okay, so let's hire the minimum contingent. Hire minimum complement. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. So how many do we have in total? Vehicle crews. We can have 12 before they want to leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 vehicles is about what we can manage right now with our green commander. And you get here. Demolisher. That's about 75 tons of tankage. Let me get the best guy as the guy in charge. Demolisher tank. We have the veteran here. Weapon specialist SRM6. Sure, why not? Whatever. You're in charge. Okay. So we have a Demolisher now. I think that's going to be it for vehicles for a while. That's going to be what we're going to be using, unless they blew up. Let's be on the lookout for LAMs. So these don't show up in the other Battletech games, but the LAM variants of mechs they're transformers basically. They can transform into planes. I haven't played with those. You need really good pilots because not only do they have to have skills in mech skills, but they also need skills in plane skills. And if they have bad skills, they're just gonna crash and die. So you need some really good pilots for those. So I don't really know how to use them, basically. And morale is normal. I'll talk about morale later. That's a bit too complicated for now. On every Monday is when missions have a chance to be generated. So we're about to go on Monday. Let's see if we have a fight. Oh, unmaintained units. Who's unmaintained? Oh, the APC. Whatever. He's being salvaged right now. Doesn't matter. We don't have to maintain him. Monday, we have Probe Attacker. So that's one of those weird missions I was talking about. A probe is... That's the enemies we're going to be fighting. A Firestarter and a Locust. But, okay, so that's good. Well, I think we can take that with our special operation. We have 3 mechs versus 2 mechs. 2 mediums versus... 2 mediums and a light versus 2 lights. Plus they have reinforcements. Actually, no. Those are my allies. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to be 5 mechs in total versus 4 vehicles. I think we can take that. I think we can get them. But just to be sure, this is the map. There's going to be a wooded map, wooded valley, 20 by 40 X's in the day with no weather. I don't want that. I do not want that. What I want is to have the worst visibility possible. Moonless night. So daylight, it's normal. Moonless night, it's you cannot shoot 3 feet in front of you. Actually, you have to be in 3 feet to shoot somebody without any malices. So we can get in close to the vehicles and we can just punch them to death. And because those are vehicles, do we have hover tanks? Yeah, okay. Hover tanks don't go in woods. Regular tanks, they can go in woods, but they move really slowly. And at nighttime, they move even slower. So not only won't they be able to shoot far, they won't even be able to move that much. We can reroll these parameters by the number of... Let me see. Who's the guy in charge over here? our general. Our general who has, let me see, general, the mech warrior general. Where is he? There. Daniela. Okay, it's a girl. So she has 2 in tactics. The guy in charge of the lance, tactics, determines how many times you can reroll the conditions of the battlefield. So we're gonna have our general have the highest tactics possible, so they can get good conditions for their lance. Good conditions is the difference between winning easily and getting annihilated on the battlefield. If you have to fight close range people, fight at night. If you have to fight, if you have to fight close range mechs, fight at long distances during the day. If you have to fight long distance LRM boats, you want to get in close during the night or something, so they can't even shoot you if they wanted to. Weather, if we get lucky, we could roll for a tornado, and vehicles get instantly killed in tornadoes. No, we didn't get it. It's a rare. It happens, but it's rare. So there's the mission. We have to keep our allies alive. So we have to keep the Firestarter and the Locust alive. Command right integrated. They're gonna be AI controlled, so this is gonna be a bit of a hard job because I'm not going to be able to give them orders. We have to win. We have to kill 25% of the force. That's 1 tank. We have to kill 1 tank and not lose like 1 guy. And winner controls the battlefield, which means whoever wins gets the salvage. Now, we could just do the bare minimum, kill 1 tank, declare victory, call a truce with the enemy, and win. But I'm gonna try and go for the best victory of killing everybody. We'll see if we can manage that. My guys are a bit green, so could be hard. This is a 1-month contract. But we have good salvage. Let me think. 1 month, good salvage. Do we do the bare minimum or do we go and try for real? Let's try. Let's fight. Let's do a good fight. Okay, so this is gonna happen in 5 days. So we have 5 days. If you want to, you can, repair your mechs if you need to, prepare for the fight, get some new units if you need to, whatever. We're gonna just be salvaging the APC we got. He destroyed the stabilizer. He got the armor. Destroyed the turret. Stabilizer. Destroy a machine gun. This guy's a destroyer of machines. Did you get any XP for that? I hope you did. Mechanic. Let's see. Mechanic. I think he got 1 XP. He needs, to get it better, he needs 10. Huh. Maybe we will be salvaging tanks just so these guys can practice. That might be the plan, actually. Let's advance. Yeah, whatever. Unmaintained units because the APC that we're currently destroying isn't being maintained. Doesn't matter. We got the machine gun. We got the ammo. Can we get the engine? We'll see tomorrow. Yep. Still doesn't have enough time. Hey, he got it. Can I sell it? I imagine the engine is going to be the best part of this. Vehicle engine, 10 tons. 5,000 C-bills. Sure. We don't need 10 tons of this thing slowing us down. Well, whatever. And vehicle sensors. He fails and messes it up. Okay, now we have a broken, worthless trash heap. Sell it for 1,000 C-bills. Done. Did you get another XP? Nope, didn't get it. Oop. And it's mission day. Let's save. So missions, we're gonna be opening a whole new interface. Hopefully it's gonna go on stream, we'll see. Let me drink some water, I'm thirsty. And my throat is hurting from all the talking. Oh. Okay. Combat time. This is where this interface here is called MekHQ. There's 3 programs: MekHQ, MekLab, and MegaMech. MekHQ is this campaign interface where you can manage your unit, you can pay for stuff, travel, all that good stuff. MekLab, no, it's MekLab. That's where you lab the mechs. And MegaMech is where you fight. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna go here. press start game, it's gonna open up a server. There's the password, and hopefully you guys can see that. Hey! So when you open up MegaMek, you get this interface that opens up, and then you have to manually slot in the units you want. But because we're using MekHQ, it's gonna auto-generate the map, auto-generate the units, auto-split in the people. It's all easy peasy, good. Also, my camo doesn't see that difference from the regular green, but it is a bit darker of a shade. You can see BV, the game balances by tonnage, not by battle value. Battle value is, I don't know. I don't know. Who cares? Battle value is like power levels in Dragon Ball. It's irrelevant. So we're facing a Scimitar Hover Tank and two Vedette medium tanks plus a Goblin medium tank. They're okay armored. Their pilots are fine. Our allies are our allies in the Firestone and the Locust are better pilots than we are. They have a 2 gunnery and 4 piloting. So these skills, as I've said, that's where you need to succeed. So a 2, if you roll 2d6 and get a 2, which is the lowest you can get is 2. So if you have a 2 skill, that's a 100% chance of succeeding. But you know, you're gonna get modifiers in the battlefield like long range, short range, running, jumping. So 2 is good. So they're way better than we are, which is good. Unfortunately, they're AI control, which is bad. Okay, we get to deploy. We're in this map, a long map at night. It's gonna be hard to move, but we can jump. These guys are gonna be stuck pretty much. The hover tank can go through wood tiles, so he's gonna have to pretty much stay where he is. The regular tanks can go in the woods, which means they're gonna get split up, which is good because since it's nighttime, they can't see each other, and because they're gonna be split up, we can pick them apart one by one. It's gonna deploy over here. Everybody's gonna be stuck together. And it's our turn. There's no reinforcements. It's just these 4 vehicles. So we should win this, I hope. The Locust won't be doing much. You can see here our movement point. We have 7 points of walking, 11 points of running, and 7 points of jumping. Actually, I think that's a bit, because we're in a low gravity world and I've turned down planetary conditions. We got 1 more point in each of these things, but actually what you don't want to use those extra points. So if I jump 6 tiles, that's a regular jump. If I jump 7 tiles, that's a skill check. If you fail the skill check, you take damage. If you take damage, you're in the legs. There's going to be damage in the legs. If you take damage in the legs, there's a chance it crits. I think it's a 50% chance it crits. If it crits, you're going to be damaging your legs really badly. Like, you're going to fall down and you won't be able to get back up. So you don't, unless you have good, you know, if you have a guy who has a 2 skill of piloting, you just get a straight up boost to your speed. But we'll be jumping 6 tiles. That's why I don't recommend, if you're a new player, I don't recommend using planetary conditions. It's a bit of a layer you don't need. So we're just going to be jumping. Because it's nighttime, every single tile is 3 points to move. Which means the Locust is going to be able to move like 2-3 tiles. The Wolverine here, who has 8 points to run, can only move 2 tiles. Oop. Unless we jump. And then we can do 5 tiles. So we're going to be way better, way more maneuverable. We're going to have bigger bonuses to evasion than the enemies. The enemies are going to be pretty much easy pickings. At night, you get at this, so the worse the night, the bigger the debuff. At dusk, you get the -1 to hit. At a full moon night, you get a -2. At a moonless night, you get a -3. And at a pitch black night, you get a -4. Unless you use a searchlight, which is one of the options down there. Yeah, searchlight. You can use a searchlight. It's going to remove, you are going to remove yourself. You're going to be illuminated, so you're going to be an easy picking, easy target, but you can also shine the light on somebody else and remove the debuff on them too. So what we're going to do is we're not going to use any lights at all, and instead let the enemies use their lights. They're going to pick 1 target at a time, so that 1 target is going to have to jump around a whole bunch, but the other 2 will be free from enemy fire. the enemy tends to fire the guy who has the easiest to hit. So if we can pretty much like finagle it a bit. Yeah, so they're not really that split up actually. They stuck together. +0, which means it didn't move at all. Here you can see how hard the plus, that's the range, the little number, that's the range, so that's 17 tiles away. That's the plus is the number of bonuses they have to be hit from themselves. So if they jumped, because, so for example, we jumped 6 tiles. Jumping is a +1. Jumping 6 tiles is another +1, so that we have a +2 to get hit, I think. Maybe a +3. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's a big breakdown. We don't reach yet. I'm gonna have to, between this contract and the next one, I'm gonna have to refit these guys. I want the Javelin to be all lasers, and the Wolverine to be all laser too. Ammo is a big... Ammunition is even more of a risk than usual because because we don't have case invented yet. If we have an ammunition explosion, which happens, you can be critical hit. Okay, so how the more systems to explain. Critical hits happen when your armor is stripped off and you get hit in the internals. The critical hit chance is like 50%. If you have your armor on, the critical chance is 1-2%. On the 12, I think you get critted. And if you get critted, the chance the crit through the armor on the first shot hits your ammo and explodes and does like a 1,000 damage and kills you instantly. So, you know, you don't, if you can, don't have ammo. So the Phoenix Hawk, I'm gonna strip away the machine guns and only have lasers. The Wolverine, I'm gonna strip away the AC, the AC5 and have a large laser. We're gonna keep the missiles, they're useful. You know, ammo, you know, it's a liability, but it's also useful to have ammo. You can swap it for other ammo types like tracer rounds or Inferno ammunition. We'll take a pot shot, why not? Yeah, sure. Give it a shot. Okay, so you can see the modifiers. Well, let me go back. So you can see here the modifier to hit. Limit. Escape. Okay. 14 range, which counts as long range for an SC5. To hit is a 10. So 2d6, if you get a 10, which is a 16% chance, you get it. So you can see here all the modifiers, which is really useful for me because I don't have the rules. I haven't read all the rules for all the rule books, so it's good to have all the modifiers. So you have the 3 for the skill, the 3 for the Moonless Knight, -3 because he's using his searchlight, +3 because we jumped, +4 because we're at long range. So we get a whole bunch of these debuffs. My goal is going to be to get into melee range, spend a turn not jumping, and blast them to hopefully get him in one shot. But first, we're going to slowly close in, take some pot shots, maybe get him, maybe not. There's some heat, it's fine. At 5 heat, you get a -1 to move. At 10, I think, wait, is that it? No, I think after 1 heat, you lose a movement point. At 5 heat, you lose in aiming. You have a -1 to aim. And then at 15, there's a chance you're shut down. At 20, there's a chance your ammo explodes. And the worse, you can go higher. You can go like to 100 heat, but the higher you are, the easier it is for the stuff to happen, the bad stuff to happen. Okay, switch an SRM. I'm going to switch also the Javelin to the laser variant. Ooh, 40% chance. We jumped, but he didn't do anything. And we're closer. Machine guns are still out of range because the Phoenix Hawk shot the large laser earlier. He's ooh, close range on the hover tank. Get him! So, everybody misses. The medium tank scratches the Wolverine. The Phoenix Hawk touches the medium tank and does a bit of damage. And everybody else misses. Okay. You can spend a lot of time looking at all these pages of results, but I prefer to just skim it and take the important bits. Phoenix Hawk, now it's time to go into melee range. We're going to start punching and kinking. Oop. That's how you go. That's how you know your special forces, when you're into melee range and kicking your enemy. Boop. So you, SRM6, full on this tank, you go and does almost an alpha strike. We can't use the large laser without really bad debuffs. You get him. Use the medium laser. Hopefully we can get 2 tanks. The medium tank goes after the fire starter, damages it a bit. Our Javelin does the SRM6. It hits the tank once and scratches the armor a bit all over the place, but doesn't really do any major damage. The Phoenix Hawk was scratched. The Firestarter immobilizes the Goblin tank. That's why... oh, hello, Staff Chan. Hello, everybody. That's why I'm a bit worried about using vehicles, because they get critted down quite often, and the crits have a good chance of just straight up killing your tanks. These tanks all have their armor on. They're still all good, but this guy lost his engine, so he's gonna be immobile, and we all get a +4 to hit, which means we can just pretty much murder him next turn. So he gets murdered. Phoenix Hawk, we laser. He has all his armor. Don't have all the armor still, so it's fine. Let's kick him. He takes some damage, but nothing important happens. Okay. Next round. The Javelin is going to try to finish off. Actually, you're going to try to cripple... What's the biggest guns? Let's try to cripple this hover tank. We're going to go real close and do another full swarm of SRMs. Then he's going to back off and cool off. Phoenix Hawk, you're going to stay back and try to finish off the medium tank that got critted. Why am I not setting up pre-string to crit seek firing order? I'm not important. It's my first combat, so I'm not really... meh. I could do that later. I don't do that against vehicles. Right now, we're not doing that right now, but later on, maybe. I tried to do that with mechs, but actually, wait. Can I do that automatically? Range, damage, weapon arc. How do I do that? Is it damage? Like this? I guess that works out. Yeah, so that's a Battletech tactic. I never really played Battletech tabletop, but one of the things we can do is crit seek missiles and everything that does a whole bunch of small damage. If they all hit, you know, let's say you have an LRM-20 and you between an AC-20 and an LRM-20, the AC-20 is going to do 20 damage to one location and maybe strip it of armor, but probably won't do a crit. An LRM-20, if all 20 missiles hit, there's a good chance that one of those missiles is going to be a crit. So you can use missiles to crit seek, which means you use the AC-20 to strip one part of all of its armor, then use the LRM-20 to crit on that one part that got stripped. And if you're lucky, you can get an ammo explosion or something and murder as the mech. On tanks, pretty much, I'm pretty sure every single weapon has a chance to crit, so we're just going to use everything. Okay, can you finish off this tank? He's badly hurt on the sides. We can do a called shot on the left side with the large laser. Boop. And the Wolverine. Low chance to hit. We're just going to bonk him with our foot. So, the S-arm from the Javelin hits the tank and immobilizes him. Good. The other tank shoots and scratches the Phoenix Hawk. He's lost the armor on the left arm, which is that's pretty bad. The Phoenix Hawk destroys the tank that got immobilized. And you're going to kick him. Kick. Get him in the front. Nothing bad happens. We should be able to finish this off. You back off and cool down. Phoenix Hawk, same thing. Actually, you're just going to go and kick. Ah, that's too far. That's still too far. That's too low. Just step on him. Boop. Extremely battle value efficient. Good vehicles are overcraft to pressure backlines. Snipers like Shreks and Dump and Die like SAM. I've never seen a Shrek actually. Are they? Do they appear later on in the Succession Wars? I've seen Manticores. I have a Demolisher in my roster. Ugh, I'm gonna drink some water. Battle value efficient. I've never really used vehicles, so I'm trying to do that this run. Hopefully it works out. This guy, we can maybe finish him off, but in the front. The Wolverine's cooled. We can shoot. Okay, you cool down. You shoot the machine guns. Bup. And Wolverine, you bonk him. Bonk. Everybody misses, but we scratches. The AC-5 scratches this guy in the front again. Hey, Phoenix Hawk, can you kick this guy? No. I'll kick this guy instead. We kick him in the front. He's immobile again. He's double immobile. Yeah, so as we can see, we're having some trouble killing them because my pallets aren't very good. So most of our shots misses. And I'm busy jumping around, so we keep getting some good evasion bonuses. Actually, I should try to arc my armor so we don't expose our left arm. Like this. Wolverine. Just walk to him. Just walk to him. The Wolverine can take a hit, so we'll have him stand immobile next turn. Fingers crossed we get him. Phoenix Hawk, use the large laser on him. And Wolverine, can you finish off this guy down there? Maybe. Boop. The Shrek introduced in 2813. 80 ton, 935 BV, 3 PPCs and all turret. Gauss carriers. Ooh, Gauss carriers are extremely dangerous. I want to have like 2 or 3 vehicles. On my list is the Demolisher, which we already got. The Manticore, which we could have gotten, but I didn't. And the Shrek PPC carrier, because they're all good vehicles, but with different roles. So I want to learn to use them all in their good roles. The Scimitar Hover Tank has lost his armor on the right side, so if we aim for the right side, we might kill him. Wolverine took a bit of a hit, but that's fine. Wolverine takes more hits, but nothing happens. The Firestarter goes against the tank, scratches the armor. The right side has been stripped on this guy too. Kick him. Kick him. Oh, that was a 50% chance. Damn. He might fall down, actually. What? 180 kick, go! Hey, we killed the Scimitar with a kick. The Firestarter kicked the Vedette medium tank, and we have an ammo explosion on the Scimitar again. Ammo explosion! SRM2 ammo explode. 176 damage plus the 90 damage from the AC5 ammo. So it's destroyed and reduced to a crater. Cannot be salvaged. Like this. We lost all the salvage potential from this guy. So we have one last tank left. I thought he had no front armor. No, not the Phoenix Hawk. The guy, the tank. Yeah, he has. Yeah, we can just bonk him in the front armor. You go back. You have no armor on your left arm. We don't want to lose it. Stay here and pepper him with some SRMs. If we're lucky, he might just hit the front with an SRM and kill him. And the Wolverine can take a hit, I think. Yeah. SRM carriers carry 10 SRM6. Ooh, goes down fast, but you should see the threat of it firing upon anything. I wonder if I know the AI takes into account your weapons lines, because I've seen the AI actively staying outside of your range of weapons. But I wonder if they take into consideration the threat you pose. If I can have a guy with some PPCs in the back pushing people into the SRM carrier in an ambush roll or something. Meh. I'll try these out. I'll try them out. Ooh, since you're here, do you have any tips on using infantry? Because I've never used them, and I'm worried I'm gonna get them all killed. And I like not for that to happen. The Wolverine gets crashed again. We get the tank and strip the front armor totally, but he's not dead. Next turn. Javelin is still pristine. You can just stand still. Phoenix Hawk, jump on them. Wolverine, maybe you should move a bit. Nah, you're fine. Get him. We still have bad aim. And please kill him. He fires the Locust. Hey, the Wolverine finally kills the Vedette medium tank. And we win. Yay. I'll take a record in case everything crashes and explodes. We do control the battlefield. Undamaged except for the armor. Nobody died or took any damage. We have some salvage. We get 50%, which means probably one tank. Yeah. I'll just take one tank. We'll strip it. I'll take all of the... Yeah, that's fine. 4 prisoners. The Vedette medium tank. I think that was the Firestarter got this one, so we won't take it for ourselves. We got all the credit. All the good things happened, and we win. Yay. We got some prisoners. One of them is willing to defect. A vehicle gunner. Ooh, natural aptitude gunnery. You're hired. You could be good. Well, actually I can't because... Oh, I can't, actually. I can't. Damn. I can't because my leader's not good enough yet. We could just keep him in jail for a while, but that's not really fair. I'm just gonna give them to my spooky doctor so it gets better by getting some XP. Urban combat, anything focusing on piercing weapons can deal with them with any reasonable speed. Extremely good, cheap spotters for... Ooh, spotters! Ah, a good idea. For alarm boats. Urban combat and spotters. Good, I'll try that out. That's good, actually. I didn't think of that. Okay, so that's this week. Let me just see if we can repair. Actually, repair bay. Let's see if we can salvage this tank a bit. Get some XP on our mechanic. Salvage, failed, salvage. Let me get all of this, and can I do all this at the rush job? I would like for him to... I think he has... Is it better for him to fail and get more XP or succeed? Salvage, failed. Failed and destroy part. Failed. I don't think he's getting any XP from that. Maybe only successes give XP. I swear I've seen people fail and get XP for that. Man, we can have extra time. Doesn't matter. We don't have any vehicle to repair. Just repair. And the rest, I'll just use the old mass repair. Because when we have armors to do stuff... What? Hey. What? Repair. What? Oh, I might need to... Okay. Save. I might need to change the mechanics for that, or the options. If I go here, mass repair. What? 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 What the heck was that? Mass repair. Use repair, use salvage, use extra time, use rush job, allow tasks to carry over, optimize technician section, prioritize action, scrap parts. That's pushable. Yeah, please. Repair. Yeah, okay. Repair armor. Please do ammo. Weapons, not so much. I'm going to do those manually. Locations, nope, manually. Engines, manually. Gyros, manually. Actuators, automatic. Okay, so they'll do this, hopefully, by themselves. Save option as default. Thank you. And now if I do this again... Mass repair. Hey, it worked. Good. Alright. So they are messing those up because since we're a C-rank company on a raid mission, we are basically in the worst possible facilities for repair. We are currently in transport bay. Doesn't seem right. Wait. If I go for my guys in deployment. Yeah, in the field. So because we're deployed on a raid contract and we don't have a dropship and we're a C-rank company, we get to not have any help at all for our repairs. If we were an A-rank company, we could be in the field workshops, and if we have the dropship, we could get into transport bays. But we can't, so we don't. Oh, he's still not done with those machine guns hits? Oh, I put everything into triple time, didn't I? That's how you deal with 2 Gauss Demolishers, Shrek with good gunnery and supporting mech, using some mechs, jump infantry and SRM carriers while playing mech wars. With 2 Gauss Demolishers. A Gauss Demolisher. I just have the regular Demolisher. That gave me some ideas. Anyway. What was I? Oh yeah. Next week. Yeah. And no missions. This is going to be an easy contract, which is good. You want easy contracts. You want to do as many contracts as fast as possible to get this unit rating up to higher. Just higher. Keep it up. I would like to have a mission, though. Okay, you should be done. Yeah, okay. Get the ammo. Get the engine at some point. He'll get XP. He'll get XP eventually, someday. Failed. Keep it up. I believe in you. Next week. Oh, still no. Yeah, still nothing. Still nothing. On the 25th, that's when our contract ends. So if we don't have any missions by then, we'll just straight up finish the job. Hey! He salvaged stuff. Good job. And the Vedette medium tank is gone. Next week. Hey, we have a mission. The Defender and a probe attack. A jump stealth platoon. Huh. What the heck is a stealth platoon? And he has a particle cannon portable. Infiltration suits. Hmm. You went down to SRM ambush. Oh, the Gauss Demolishers went down to an SRM ambush. Your carrier died that turn 2. Aw. Damn it. I hope when the carrier dies, actually, the crew doesn't die. It seems like in our prisoner screen, we can capture crew quite often. Okay, so because, as you see, the mission takes place 1 day after we finish the contract. We still have to do it, though. We can't finish the contract with the mission pending. So it's a probe attack again, this time with the defenders, which means nothing. It's the same. Attacker, defender doesn't change much. Let's see. So we're going to have some allies. They have a Phoenix Hawk, a Griffin, a Spider, another Griffin, a Wasp, and a Wyvern. So a reinforced lance, plus reinforcements. Griffin, Whitworth, Hunchback, Phoenix Hawk. I don't think we have a good chance at beating them. But we only need to take down 25%, which would be like 2 guys. But I don't think we can do this, actually. If we're lucky, we might take down 1 guy, but we have to be really lucky. The Phoenix Hawk and the Griffin, Spider, yeah, they can all jump, so we can't split them up easily. And if we take our time, the reinforcements are going to arrive. The Wasp pilot is good, but apart from that, they're fine. You never use those, you don't know what they can do. Hit them really hard and their piloting will fail them. Ah. I mean, my piloting will fail too, though. We don't have any piloting. Because they're gonna hit back. Can we level up? No. No. I might need to get some reinforcements. Maybe our tanks can make the difference. The Demolisher can definitely take out a couple of mechs by itself. And the heavy tank could help. Yeah, let's see if we can use the tanks to sway the balance. We'll go for the bare minimum, 25%. Spiders is too much of a threat, but it'll probably kill itself without my involvement. Actually, let me get some bad weather. Because that's gonna help with the enemy's piloting rolls. Heavy rain. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Let's advance and try it. Try this. Oop. Let's save. And let's do this. Go. So the tank's going to be here in round 10, which is about right. The enemy's reinforcements are going to get there by round 8. I think that my commander's strategy skill affects how long it takes for reinforcements to arrive. And also their speed. If they were faster tanks, they'd be here faster. If by round 10 we haven't gotten 25% of the forces, then too bad. I'm gonna go into the victory options and hard code that at 25% battle value destroyed, the game ends. That way we won't lose all of our forces if things go bad. So this goes both ways. If we kill 25% of their forces, we win. If they kill 25% of our force, they win. Okay. Let's go. It's gonna be a tight map. I think we should play around this woods here. They mostly have long range. The Griffins with their PPCs could hurt. So let's go around the forest and hopefully cut the sight lines a bit. Okay. Oh, wait, they're in the forest. It works out. So we have to do our best to cut sight lines. So for example, here. Okay, the Griffins are way up here. So hopefully if we fight down here, the Griffins won't be able to see us through the forest. So we could pick apart the Wasp and the Spider and win the game. Which means I should bait them by making ourselves an easy target for them. Just gonna walk a bit. Okay, you jump over here. We're gonna go south, so they go ahead. Oh wait, they're going for the Jenner and the Locust. Damn it. You wouldn't discard the Wyvern? Oof, yeah, that would be bad. It seems as good as a Phoenix Hawk. Can he jump? If he doesn't jump, he's not a threat. No, he can jump, just not far. We don't have any good shots. Can you large laser somebody in the legs? Nah. Can you do something with the AC5? Maybe. Let's try. The Phoenix Hawks get the Jitter in the leg with the large laser, which is bad. Large laser fall. The Jitter falls down, so they're all gonna gang up on him, so we can maybe take him out if we're lucky. Oh damn! I don't want to go first. Go in the heavy woods. Maybe we can bait them. He has the SRMs, so oh. Looks like they're not going to pile up on the Jenner. Let's get next to it. And Wolverine, maybe you can backstab one of them. I'm hoping they go for the Jenner. Kind of. Oh, the Jenner went back up. And, oh, it fell down again. Nah, yeah, they're going for the Jenner pretty much. Phoenix Hawk, do it! Well, let's see. Tens. I think the Wasp is a better option. This is the better pilot. He has the best skills. Actually, no. We can use our machine gun on this guy. No, we can't. Okay, whatever. Bonk him. I might have to go full melee. Use charge and death from aboves. What if I had a spider? He wouldn't hit a barn if he was falling on it. Would he? Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. He has a bad pilot. Get him. So 20% chances all around. The Wasp gets the Jitter in the same leg, and he loses his right arm, and his left leg, his other leg is stripped of armor. The Phoenix Hawks goes to the Jenner, Chris the gyro, and the right arm. Everybody else misses. They'll get the Jenner basically. Can you just punch him? No. Everybody misses. Nobody falls down. Let's go full melee. Okay. Get here. Oh, the Griffin is here now. They made it. And we haven't done any damage to the enemy. Maybe we should go on the Griffins instead. They're spread out. Let's get a spider. Or the Griffins. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get him. Oh, that's too far. Get him. Actually, no. I can just walk here. But then they would shoot at us. The Jenner evac or ejected, so he's done. They're going for the Wolverine. Let's... His PPC is on his right arm, right? No, his left arm. If I go here, he can't turn around to shoot me with the left arm PPC. No, that's the right arm. Okay, so I go here. Wait, yeah. Here or here, he can't shoot me. But this guy can. Maybe I should just stick in close. He just jumped, actually, so... If we stay close, he shouldn't be able to get us. I hope. Okay, Wolverine, you go for melee combat. I hope they fall down. The Jenner pilot ejected. Oh. Get him, SRMs. They're going for the Phoenix Hawk because he just walked. That was a bad idea, actually. Okay, let's Alpha Strike. And hopefully... Actually, who should I Alpha Strike? Is the Jenner, the Wasp a better idea? He's a better pilot. Easier to hit. Weaker. Get him. Wyvern again. We're gonna go for the Griffin, though. Okay, he goes for the Phoenix Hawk, takes some damage. The Phoenix Hawks, the Javelin goes for the enemy Phoenix Hawks. Takes a bit of damage, but nothing serious. Enemy Phoenix Hawks go at our Phoenix Hawk. Gets him in the right leg pretty bad with a medium laser. We go and get the Wasp in the right arm. The Wolverine goes to the Griffin, gets him in the right arm. The Wyverns gets an SRMs on the Phoenix Hawk. He doesn't fall down because he took a whole bunch of damage. Kick him, why not? Kick him, why not? We get kicked. We We got kicked twice in the right leg. And missed. Phoenix Hawk falls down. Enemy Phoenix Hawk falls down. Griffin stays up. I think they're gonna annihilate my Phoenix Hawk. So let's call a truce. Actually, I think they win. I think they've won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, they haven't won yet, but they're gonna win by murderizing my Phoenix Hawk. If we eject right now, we'll lose the Phoenix Hawk, but keep the pilot. Let's see if we can just retreat, just flee from the combat. The contract's done anyway, and we're not really getting paid for this. And I could try to get time until the tanks arrive. It's not going well. The javelin needs to be the distraction. If you just walk a bit, they'll focus fire on him. He has to take a lot of damage though. Go back near the edge. Okay, what are your chances of getting up? A 7. It's pretty bad. You can just go 2 tiles. Can you get up and jump? No. Eject. Hold down. That's not a good idea. Well, let's walk. Is rear armor? Nah, it should be front armor still. Over here. 7. Fails. 7. He got it. He's back up. Phoenix Hawk. I mean, Wolverine. Hopefully you can distract a bit. Oh, yeah. I think it worked. Okay, Javelin. Go for the Spooder. Phoenix Hawk. I guess the Spooder. Can't really go too hot though. And Wolverine, the Griffin, didn't even move. He didn't move. So our only debuff is from the heavy rain and the jump. And our skill. Let's hope we do damage. They're all going for the Phoenix Hawk. Armor holds up. The right arm is being stripped of armor. Left torso is no armor. We get the Griffin in the right arm. He loses the right arm for the PPC. He gets a shot to the head with the LRM. Left leg gets critted. He falls down again. Yeah, the Phoenix Hawk's a loss. That's loss. Kick him. He gets kicked in the left arm. We kick the Griffin in the right leg. The Wolverine falls down. Okay. They win. I just declare I lose. I'm gonna go ahead and type in their defeat. I don't want to lose the mechs. I'm just gonna defeat. Admit defeat. Type it to surrender at the end of the turn. Oh, I actually have to type victory, but the game will count it as a defeat because we didn't get the battle value points. Did that work? Victory. Yeah, okay. So they admit defeat. We just have to survive 1 turn without exploding, and we won't lose the mechs too badly. Hopefully. Quick run. 8. Doesn't blacks out. Falls on his head, blacks out. Whop. And yeah, he's back up. Hey, I think they're going for him actually. Get the Wasp. No, actually, get the Griffin. Whatever. Whatever. The tanks didn't even make it to the battlefield, which is about right. They're going for the Wolverine, which is good. They're not finishing off the Phoenix Hawk. Critted the engine. But that's about it. Punch him. And punch him. Everybody misses but a Wasp. And that's it. So they win. Basically, they win. Which is about... I expected that. The tanks didn't make it. We didn't get good rolls or good anything really. Did we come to the battlefield? No, we didn't. The Phoenix Hawk, is it a loss? If we lose it, do we lose the pilot? I can lose the Phoenix Hawk, but not the pilot. Do we lose the pilot? Hello? Pilot? Wait, where's my pilot screen? It's not here. I can give them I don't mind giving them the Phoenix Hawk, but not the pilot. I'm not sure. I guess we'll keep it. Would we? The reason why it's lost is because the pilot was passed out. Nah. So if I keep it, do we get the pilot? Hello? That's all the guys that were on the field. Is that us? Who's who? Is that our screen? I think that's our screen. Yeah. Okay, that's us. That's our pilot screen. Whatever. The kills. We got killed. We didn't force withdrawal, but we did preserve our people, which is a draw, I think. Yeah, a draw. I'm gonna call it a defeat, though. Marginal? Nah, decisive. Now, would we... The contract, it was over a couple of days ago, but would this... So usually, so in the before times, in the earlier version of the game, there would have been a little contract point. Us losing the battle would be -2 contract point. Us winning the battle would be +1 contract point. So technically we'd be down a contract point. But we did do the contract. I'm not sure. It's our choice. I guess I'll go with... If we do fail, we're gonna get a massive debuff to our unit ranking, which would be bad. But I wouldn't call this a success either. Can we go for a draw? I mean, technically it wasn't a defeat because we drawed, but whatever. And now time to see who leaves. So, I can cheat over here by putting modifiers if I want to. I can pay bonuses to make these guys have a -1 to retiring. All my tankers want to leave, or probably will want to leave, plus my mech warriors. I'm going to pay a bonus to my mech warriors because they're important. And let's roll. The gunners want to leave, and they want to take a whole bunch of cash with them. Okay. Yay! Woohoo! Whee! Okay, now I'm annoyed, so it's time to turn off the retirement options. Because I don't like that. Where is it again? I think it's in personnel. Yeah. Get this out of here. Thank you. So, retirement. People retire because they're moody or doesn't like to stick around. So we recovered everything. People, who's that? Who got XP? Our admin person got some XP. Can you get some better negotiation skills? Yeah. So now we can negotiate our contracts. Let's heal our people. The corporal inside the Phoenix Hall got injured. We have some heavy damage on the Wolverine. Did we lose any parts? We lost a leg and an arm and a whole bunch of lasers and actuators. How much did we get paid for that? Like 20 million? 6 million? 5 million plus 15 million from, let's see. We got 5 million from the monthly payout twice. One for the month of June plus the rest. 10 million. That's about right. We got 10 million monies. So let's use this time while we recover to do some refits. And hopefully, I want to get some more mechs so we can have a training lance. Are my pilots green? Do we have any green pilots? No, they're all regular veterans. But they definitely need better skills. So as you've seen, chances are we could have, if we got lucky, we could have maybe won that fight by crippling 25% of the enemy. But we didn't, so we didn't. That's too bad. Parts needed. It's not available. We're missing a large laser and a right arm. That's because our administrator is too bad at the job. I might want to recruit a better administrator. Let's do that actually. Marketplace, personnel. Let's pay 100,000 to get an admin person. There's a green soldier with the jump stealth platoon down there. Repair everything you can. Oh, you forgot to repair the armor. Repair. Repair the armor, dude. Bah. Since we're off contract, we can go ahead and move these guys into transport bays. Boop. Why are you guys purple? I don't know. Okay, so because we have a bad hip/shoulder on our left leg, we have to scrap the part. And to scrap the part, we have to strip it of armor. I'm gonna go to salvage. We have to salvage the actuators on the left leg. Which one is it? Left leg. So if there's a jump jet, we have to salvage it. There's not. If there's an actuator, we have to salvage those. Left leg. Good job. Left leg. Good job. Is that it? Only 2? Left arm. Right arm, left arm. Is there any armor left? I doubt it. Okay, now we can scrap the part. Scrap. And now we need to get a replacement somewhere. At some point, somehow. Okay. It'll take some time to repair. We'll take the time to do that. We are getting some parts, actually. People do maintenance. Personnel market updated. Admin. Oh, an elite person. I mean, that would fix most of our issues. Sure, why not? You're hired. And go back to making normal roles for mech warriors, I guess. So we have a better admin person. He's going to be in charge of logistics and command. And if we have some points, we don't have any points, but we'll also be in negotiation. Okay, so logistic command. Where's my other admin person? Admin. You're going to be admin for HR and transport. Yeah, it's already done. Okay. Admin command, admin logistic. Now, can we, because easier, can we now order more parts? No, not here. Parts needed. No, not yet. If I wait a day. Yay! Okay, so now we can actually repair our mix. Boop, 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 boop. These guys are already in transit, but I'll get more. Okay. Wait. Oh. Contract market updated. We'd like to have something we can actually manage. Guerrilla warfare is a bad idea, especially against an elite C rating enemy. Objective rate for full 4 months, 50% salvage. Recon rate for 1 month, 10% salvage. This rate is looking okay. Okay, so how fatigue works. Well, now that retirement is turned off, we're still going to keep that. We're still going to keep track of fatigue. How this works is, contracts that are raid types give you 3 points of fatigue per month. Once you get 10 points, you're at 1 fatigue. Once you get 20 points, you're at 2 fatigue, and on and on. So raid types are the most fatiguing contract types. You can rest by just not having a contract and just staying in place, or having an easy contract like a security detail, cadre duty, or garrison types. These tune down the fatigue. Raid types, planetary assaults, guerrilla warfare, those are all really fatiguing jobs. Extraction raid. Oh, would that be independent? So I wouldn't have any allies that we... But I do want allies, actually. We can't really handle ourselves for now. Okay, let's wait another month. And do some repairs while we wait. And get some new units, maybe. A Griffin, a Catapult. Demolisher again. LRM Carrier. What would turn the table? In that last mission, what would have made the difference? If we had some heavy... If we had a heavy lance and reinforcements with the tank, I could have just jumped around, gaining some time while these guys get in here, and we could have overturned the enemy. So let's try and find a heavy mech somewhere. A heavy lance. A catapult could be... It's a 65 ton. A catapult or an archer. I think the archer will have LRM-20s. No arms. Oh, actually, you know what? While we wait, let's do some refits. First, we have to repair everything, then we'll do some refits. I'm going to give the Wolverine the laser variant. The Phoenix Hawk won't have any of the machine guns, so he doesn't have any ammo. The Javelin will have all laser types, so he doesn't have ammo again. Without ammo, we have a much better survival chance of not blowing up and dying instantly. And we lost the machine gun. Boop. Boop. Parts needed. Machine gun. Okay, we have to wait a couple days. Parts needed. Okay, we have to wait again. Parts needed. Large laser. Medium laser. Go. Okay. Let's keep doing repairs while we wait. Damn it. Damn it. Come on. That's an 11. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Damn it. Actuators arrived. They failed and destroyed the right arm, so we need another one. Gimme. We still have enough money. We can cover our repairs. Was this a paid road? Yeah, stop paying for rolls. No, stop it. Admin logistics, soldier. Can you just... No, I can't dismiss them. Okay. Can you repair the Wolverine too, by the way? Take some extra time. We really don't want to mess up those parts. They're expensive. The armor, however, is it's fine. Armor's fine. There. Take your time for the center torso. Good. And now we wait. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Some foot actuators. Arm actuators. Lower leg actuator. Waiting for an arm to come by. The engine, I'll get my best MekTech, the regular one, to do this. Repair bay. Whatever. So the reason why the enemy lance we faced in that second mission was so hard is because there's once again it's randomly generated the enemy forces on the table. When we were facing off in the first mission, the 4 tanks. The 4 medium tanks. That was the enemy. The AI takes the light mech table, rolls the dice. If it gets a low roll, it's all tanks. If it gets a high roll, it's gonna be a lance of mechs, 2 lance of mechs, no, 1 reinforced lance of mechs with medium mechs. And also on the other table, it has a random chance of getting reinforcements, which is gonna be 1 lance of something: vehicles, mechs, light mechs, heavy mechs. Boop. So having reinforcements can often make the difference in the battle on both sides. That's why I'd like to have some heavy mechs to reinforce our light mechs. Because we're going to be using light mechs, the heaviest the enemy can go is medium mechs. That's why my light lance, is mostly medium mechs. So we are about the same tonnage. Plus, plus the oh, damn it, stop breaking the arm. Stop it. I forgot to give them extra time. Stop that. Han's mother retains championship title on Solaris. The Grand Tournament has come to an end for 2025, with Hans Mother winning his second championship in a row. Several of the matches this year were almost too close to call, and a number of mech warriors and fans were injured. Several calls for more safety measures have been made, not only by the stable owners looking to protect their investments, but also by the controllers of the game themselves. This has been the most dangerous year yet, with failures in 2 arenas allowing spectator injuries. Damn. Okay, the arm is here. Take your time. Okay. A 6. Get it, please. Boom! They got him. And then please repair everything. Boop, 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 boop. Damn it. Boop, 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 boop. Boop it. Finish the repairs. Come on. I think we want more MekTechs, actually. Personnel. Let's make a roll for some MekTechs. Let's get 2 more. Boop. So repairs don't take 5 weeks. Ugh. Personnel market. Not yet. Okay, we have more contracts. Anything we want? Let's see. No, no contracts. Okay. We have another week to wait. Mechs. Can we get some heavy mechs? An archer. You're hired. Oof, an Atlas. That's a bit too much. And some Thunderbolts. I'll take an Archer and Thunderbolt. That can be some heavy reinforcements. They can... We won't have good pilots for them, but... they should do the trick. And it should inflate our contract values a bit. TONE. I'll sell off the Jenner. Oof. We have prisoners? I thought we sold them off already. Yeah, so he has a permanent injury. One of the vehicle gunners we took prisoners. Oh, I know what happened. They finished healing up under our doctor. Let's ransom them for some money. Okay, not much. The more skilled the enemy is, the better value they are. So if you fight elite enemies, they're going to be hard to kill, but they'll be high value in ransom. Jenner, get out of here. Sell. We have a Griffin, a Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk? Let's get... How many mech warriors do I have? I might just sell the Shadowhawk too. Nobody can really use it well. Yeah. Okay, let's sell the Shadowhawk too. Recoup our cost a bit. Sell. We'll assign you to... Okay, who has the best skill for which of these mechs? You have Hopping Jack. You'd be good in... Actually, you'd be good for the Special Ops Lance. Weapon Specialist AC5, that's trash. Energy, that's good. That's my General. Okay, General, you could switch the Javelin. Actually, no, stay... Nah, the Wolverine... Nah, go in the Javelin. I want the Wolverine to have somebody who's effective in it. Okay, you'll pilot something else. You go and pilot the Javelin. Yeah, whatever. The Hopping Jack. You inside the Wolverine. You're gonna be jumping anyway. Boom. And then you guys, AC5. I don't know. Whatever. You're in the Thunderbolt. And you're inside the Archer. Bam. Next up, assign them to the first Lance. And now, we have a force to help us out in case we have a heavy enemy lance we have to deal with. About 200 tons to help out. Archer and Griffin. The Archer is good at an NRM boat. Good fire support if we have somebody who can actually use it. Thunderbolt is a good all-around beefy person to take some hits and dish it out. And we have some tanks to also come along. And the special... Actually, you know what? I should just fold the tanks into the lance. Nah, they'll be by themselves for now. But we do need to hire some more mech warriors. Speaking of units, can we get a Shrek carrier? PPC thingy? LRM carrier, Manticore Devastator. That's the standard variant. Oh, speaking of variants and refits, let's refit our mechs while we wait. Since we're waiting, we might as well. Now's the time. The Thunderbolt. Do I want to refit this? Machine guns, large lasers, LRMs, SRMs. The machine gun, I'm not so great. And 2 tons of LRM ammo. That might be a bit too much. Let's first go for the Special Ops Lance. The Wolverine. I want to customize. There's an already pre-made kit. The laser variant. Let's see. I think this. I think this is the one. Let's see. Large laser, medium laser, small laser, or... Large laser, medium laser. Yeah, this is the one. Is the same jump jets? Same jump jets. Better armor. Refit. Will cost 0 C-bill. I want one of my mech techs to go ahead and do that. Actually, the green one, because he doesn't have any maintenance to do. Yeah. And we're waiting for more mech techs so we can do more work. Speaking of, did our ad for mech techs go out? No. Since we're a C-rank unit, we're not really that famous, so people don't really want to. Hey, a baby! Our vehicle gunner has a baby. Cool. Maintenance of Demolisher. Personnel. Still no mech techs. Are you guys paying the fee? Are you paying the fee? For recruitment? Oh yeah. On the 4th. So today. They just paid the fee. Damn. We've paid almost $1 million in fees for recruitment. And it's not really working well. That's the wrong... That's the wrong job. Okay, whatever. That's way too much money. We'll just take our time. It's fine. MekHQ will come along naturally anyway. Comstar Publishes released new technical readout files. Comstar Publishing has released a new technical readout showcasing many of the more common Battletech designs. The technical readout 3025. While this is no way complete, the order hopes that the readers will find these data collections useful. Blessed is the words of Blake. Sure it is. Personnel market. Mech Warrior. Meh. More admin people. I think our ad is still... Are we still paying that ad? Stop paying! No! Stop it. Stop. Stop it. We just paid, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Stop it. How long is it gonna be? Make for next week. No. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Stop it. That's so much money down the drain. I hope we didn't bug the game again. The 25th? Did we just pay it? We just paid it again? Is it for the month? And it's still the wrong job. Please, I'm not gonna go on all year. That's a giant money drain every week. Griffin, Centurion. The Centurion could be good, but do we have? We don't have any mech warriors. Contract market. We have some contract markets. Good. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please. Can I GM mode my way out of this? New battle mech astonishes crowd in CCF. Did we already read that? The Cataphract. We already read that, I feel. We time travel? Oh! Is it done? No, it's not. I'll have to look up how to fix this off stream. Okay, how many... That's 500,000 C-bill. Can I... Okay, GM mode. Can you stop that? Stop it. GM mode. No, stop it. Stop the recruitment rolls. Stop it. Stop it. Do I have to hire somebody? And then it's gonna stop? I'm gonna hire them and fire them. GM mode remove. Please no. Can I just... if I delete this, do I get the money back? Yeah, I do. Okay, let's delete them. And I'll look up off stream how to stop this. Because this is really insanely expensive. Up to here. Up. I'll pay the rest. Okay, a couple 100,000 back in the monies. Can you stop that? Oh my god, it's still going. Whatever. Anyway, let's look at our contract now. Stop the stream after we pick our next contract. Let's see. Extraction raid, 5 months. Pirate hunting, 4 months. Security duty, 4 months. That's 30% salvage, 20%, 30%. They all want 1 lance. The security duty seems to be paying good. Because it's so far away, we get a whole bunch of travel fees. We don't really want money, actually. We're good. We want experience. And some salvage. Let's renegotiate the transport terms. That was even worse. Amazing. We can't afford to fight veteran enemies. Pirate hunting. It's trash salvage, but the enemies are going to be trash too, so... Okay, we're going to go pirate hunting. Tomorrow. I'll look off stream how to turn off or stop the insanely expensive recruitment ads or roles we've been doing. Anyway, that was MekHQ today. We started off at a weird contract with some hard stuff, built up our forces a bit, and I'm hoping tomorrow we can go ahead and get some more experience under our belt so I can specialize my personnel. Hopefully, hunting pirates means we're going to have the advantage in terms of skill, since we're regular and these guys are going to be green. And hopefully, by getting a whole bunch of XP on dunking on pirates, we can get some better, or improve our pilots, so we have the advantage. Because enemies, we're pretty much always going to be outgunned. Using these guys as reinforcements, we might be able to manage some bad battles, but eventually, We want every lance to be able to stand on their own, with reinforcements occasionally showing up. And for these guys to stand on their own, they have to have good skills and be really good at piloting their mech. To do this, we can go ahead, once they have skill, once they have XP, we can, for example, let's see, go Mech Warrior. For example, my Wolverine pilot. They're hopping jack, which means once they jump, they only get a +2 to their aim debuff if they have a +3. We can also spend more XP, spend XP, special abilities. We can spend XP to make it just a +1, which means they get a gigantic boost in defensive value, amazing repositioning, and only a minor debuff in aiming. Plus, if they have good aiming, that will help too. We can make it so they see better at night, make it so they see better in bad weather, make it so they are specialized with their big guns or their energy weapons. Speaking of, in transit, since we have a whole bunch of time to wait, I'll also refit this. Refit, customize, choose refit kit into this guy, the laser variant. There. So we'll do a couple of refits while we wait. Well, we wait. We'll be traveling tomorrow. I'll mothball all the guys except for the guy being refitted, and as long as we cover our costs, we should be fine. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.